Welcome to Superchat. If you have less than 10,000 subscribers, then you've come to the right place. We are going to introduce you to some of the most influential content creators that can help to get your channel moving beyond your first 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 hours of watch time. The first channel that we're looking at today is Black Phoenix. This is a gaming channel and a creator who's been with us for quite some time now on Superchat and is with us almost every single live stream lately, has been engaging the chat and keeping the spirit going, which I absolutely appreciate. When you are in a chat of any kind, whether it's a premiere or a live stream, you're really doing the host a great service by engaging conversation. It's always polite to say hello to everybody, and some of the small talk is always good and fun, and I enjoy it myself as well. But when we start getting into conversations and stuff like that, you can really help a host out because you are enhancing the chat with many more messages than otherwise would be flying by. So I appreciate that kind of stuff, and hopefully you will too when Black Phoenix comes by your channel. Hopefully everybody will enjoy connecting with them. With 187 subscribers right now, I'm hoping we can push this channel towards the 200 that they're thinking about. They have got a lot of videos. So there's plenty to see over there. Keep in mind, of course, when we're connecting with each other, we're always watching a full video of at least 3 minutes, and then leaving a meaningful, genuine comment related to the content of that video, giving a thumbs up, subscribing, and hitting the notification bell for all creators, as you see me do. So thank you everybody for coming in. She's Journey has come in as well. I'm going to get them onto the wheel. I always put the members onto the wheel right away. So we've actually got a few people on there. Wolf Spirit Productions, of course, is always early in the door. Sam Slogs Trains and More is here as a member and a moderator, as is my love Kristen Walton. The Gathering Within is here and on the wheel as well. And I'm just going to take a look now and see who else is in the chat with us. If anybody in the house is willing to swap playlists with each other for the purpose of gaining watch hours, please just simply say, I am willing to swap playlists. Other creators should reach out to you. If you see somebody say that and you're willing, please reach out to them. And everybody's free to make those arrangements independently and individually, of course. Antoinette at Fun is in the house. Sparkles Hope Chest, of course, is here every day. And let's see that I'm not missing any of our members. I think we're good. I see Fanatic Guide is in the house, another extremely supportive channel. Gloria's Platter is here. This is a creator who enjoys engaging both in the chat and outside. We talk on Instagram frequently, and I'm always happy to talk YouTube. If anybody wants to reach out, it's all one word, Superchat, of course, on Instagram. That's where I'm most active these days. And it doesn't have to be questions. It can be if you have something you think I can answer, but as well, I appreciate when everybody shares things that they learn along their journey so that we can share that information with everybody in the community, and then we can all make better decisions for our videos and our channels, myself included. I learn from creators of all sizes every single day. Have Cheetah Will View does the same thing, as a matter of fact. They do a lot of interviews on their channel, sometimes more than one a day. And Have Cheetah Will View has been a longtime supporter on all of my channels. I mention that just because if they're willing to do that for me or for us, they're likely willing to do that for you as well. JD Knight 7 has been with Superchat from the beginning. I've probably been connected to them for the better part of 2 years now. Nita VR Designs, good to see you back in the house. Shalisha's Journal, always a pleasure having you here as well. The How-To Lady has already come blazing with positivity, as she always does, and energy, of course. The Stock Explorer is here for what I believe is now the second time. So thank you for coming back in. Two of the most supportive creators on all of YouTube are here with us as dedicated and beloved moderators. Scratch and PPA, of course, and Michael's Adventures, who we will be visiting in a little over 2 hours when we go and watch a premiere, as we've done many times before. We'll be able to continue connecting there the same way that we do here in Superchat. And I'll leave this live stream running right up until that starts. So thank you everybody for coming in. And Gloria's Platter, forgive me because I cut our conversation off there when I started here, but we'll continue after the live stream. Corinne and Mark is in the house. Again, as member and moderator. And hopefully I haven't missed anybody in the chat. I certainly don't mean to. As long as everybody's still active, we should get around to everybody. If anybody's mentioned a question or a comment that you meant for me to see and I missed it, just please mention it again with 3 thumbs up or @mention Superchat Connect and Grow. I will hopefully see it a little bit easier and catch it the next time around. So once again, we're looking at Black Phoenix, and again, this is a creator who has been with Superchat for quite some time, but is probably overdue in being featured, to be honest with you. But they've been engaging the chat lately. I know they're out supporting other creators, and there's a lot of variety here. They do a mix of videos and live streams, and they post frequently. So hopefully you'll enjoy that when you get there. I see that Phyllis Brown has come in. So because they're a member, I'm just getting them on the wheel right away. And what we'll do is we'll spin. We'll get a channel up here from our chat list. And as I work my way through the names on the wheel, I will add some more names from our chat list. Abby Stalker Mom, good to see you here. Thank you for coming in. Phyllis Brown is going to be the first one up. So look at that luck. You just came in. I just added you onto the wheel, and right away, the odds seem to be in your favor. If anybody hasn't already given a thumbs up for today's live stream, I hope that you will. They really do help. I hope everybody's always giving each other thumbs up when you're out supporting each other. I know if you're on a phone, you have to turn the chat off to do it, but you don't lose your place. It only takes a moment, and I will appreciate it greatly. So Phyllis Brown has pure variety on her channel. She's been a member for a little while now, and has been with Superchat for a couple of months already. I think we're getting on a few months, as a matter of fact. So I've enjoyed getting to know this creator and this channel. What you'll find from Phyllis Brown is a loyal and dedicated supporter that is out supporting other creators regularly. So when I'm trying to do the same thing, bouncing in between live streams and premieres, I run into Phyllis Brown regularly. So I'm sure you will too, and hopefully you'll enjoy that kind of support when you get to her channel and connect with her. As you can see as well, we don't have a sub count here, but we know it's over 1,000 because she's already got her community tab. And then you can learn more at the website impactme58.com, which will be very cool as well. So let's spin. We'll get another channel up here and see what's happening for today. And it looks like we're going to be looking at Wolfsbear Productions. Now this is a channel that we see every single day because first of all, they're here with us almost always, but secondly, they happen to be a gold member. So we see their channel in the slides that I run at the beginning, middle, and end of every live stream, and their link will be dropped by Nightbot every 30 minutes or so, as we will soon see. It's an interesting note that Sparkle's Hope Chest, who's also in the chat with us, happens to be mom to Wolfsbear Productions in real life. So I'm always happy to see these creators supporting each other. Most recently, when I click over on their videos tab, we're going to see that they've got another collaboration happening here, which they did again a couple of things like this a month ago. So this is really cool, and each of them has a version of this video on their channel. We'll see that again when we look at Sparkle's Hope Chest, but you can see that Wolfsbear Productions has pure variety, but they are posting frequently, which is really, really cool. Phyllis Brown, thank you so much for your super chat. I really do appreciate that. Of course, we just looked at that channel, but I really do appreciate the extra support to get us going today. Phyllis Brown's done that many times before. And then, yeah, hopefully we're doing okay, not missing anybody in the chat. I certainly don't mean to, but I think we're caught up. And then Wolfsbear Productions is a truck driver, but they actually bring us a lot more variety on their channel than just their travels. They do take us on their travels, but then as well we get a look at their home life, we get a look at the creator behind the channel, and it's really interesting to see the breadth of the variety that Wolfsbear Productions puts out for us. Mrs. VSNC09, good to see you here. Thank you for coming in. We'll spin the wheel. We'll get one more channel up here. Bonnie Rose, good to see you as well. Thank you for coming in again. And The Gathering Within is coming up. So this is a fellow Canadian, and they've got an interesting channel because in the YouTube world, obviously we have a lot of channels that bring us relaxing and calming content and a mix of visuals and audio. The Gathering Within brings us a very unique flavor because what they do is they also inject into their calming and relaxing videos some positive affirmations, and sometimes those come in the form of statements, sometimes in the form of poetry, always with a pleasant voice. And it's interesting, I also mentioned yesterday, but I want to see this Best of Blues video as well, because it's typically longer than most of the stuff that they have put on their channel. But The Gathering Within is bringing us a bit of variety within the genre, which is very cool. And I've described this channel many times as something that I think anybody could use as a positive start to their day, or for somewhere to go if you need me a pick-me-up as your day goes on. Bluehouse Travels, good to see you here, and let me see what I can do about adding some names to the wheel. I made a mistake today. I was a little bit late starting. It didn't seem like it, but when I first came on, I hadn't cleared out my Bautisimo list from yesterday yet, which is odd because I always do that. Glorious Platters coming up, the How-To Lady, and the Stock Explorer. So one of the things that I don't mention enough lately, we talk about the idea of swapping playlists. If anybody in the house is willing to swap playlists with each other for the purpose of gaining watch hours, please just simply say, I am willing to swap playlists. Other creators should reach out to you. If you see somebody say that and you're willing, please reach out to them. Everybody's free to make those arrangements independently and individually, of course. So it has been brought to my attention that there's actually an issue now. It's not a bad issue by any means, but for the longest time, right up until now, I've been talking about the idea that when you watch a video for somebody, and especially when you're running a playlist, what you'll notice here on Sparkle's Hope Chest channel, for instance, the last 3 videos that I watched have red lines under them. Now, whether you watch the video or just run it in a playlist, this is what's going to happen. You get these red lines and it says that you've watched it or a portion of it or whatever, right? Those lines used to disappear somewhere between 30 and 45 days, and it seems lately that they're not disappearing, maybe even at all. I've been to many channels lately and noticed that even some of the oldest videos that I feel like I've watched, the red lines are still there. Now, the problem with that just says I can't guarantee how much watch time somebody can get if you're re-watching their videos. We have to bet on none, and it's almost impossible to figure out, because once a channel's running at all, you're getting organic growth. No matter who you are, you're getting some views, and the problem with that is trying to do a mathematical calculation to see if somebody's running your videos for, let's say, 20 or 24 hours or something like that. It's really hard to measure against the organic growth. You can try. I've tried many times, and you can get an idea as to whether a couple things are working or not. But in that way, so here's the problem with it. I just can't bet on whether there's going to be watch time. We have to bet that there's not, even if we could be wrong, when we're watching videos that already have red lines under them. So what that means is that it is probably a better idea, and this I've been saying ever since the beginning as well. Not that it's wrong to run playlists more than once for people. Even I've done that many times. But if you find new people to swap playlists with, then, and I promise there are enough, then you will always be finding new people, and the person that you're trying to help by running their playlist again will be able to find new people to watch playlists. You can always share contacts, of course, right? So swapping playlists is something I push a lot here on Superchat. I don't interfere. I just want to get everybody together to make those arrangements, but afterwards you can always ask each other after you've swapped playlists, hey, have you got a few more people I can swap with, or do you know a few people who are good for that? And everybody's going to have some kind of an answer for that as well. Modest Moon Gazer, good to see you in the house. Thank you for coming in. And Robert Macanasia, always good to see you. That's another very supportive channel. I've been a friend of Robert Macanasia for quite some time. And then Lil Red and Bunny Tracks, I hope I welcomed you. I saw you come in. That's the second channel from TWTTV. We'll have a look at them shortly. And yeah, so hopefully that's the smallest bit helpful. Again, I just always push everybody to try to find new people to swap with. because again, we can't bet. You can try clearing your cache and erasing your watch history and stuff like that, but it's not going to change however the YouTube algorithm actually works to monitor what things we've watched and whether the watch time is going to count. You can always try. If you have the time or you have a device where you can run 3 or 4 windows like I typically do. I have a separate computer that I use. It's a cheap one, but it's a computer that I use. I keep 3 windows open so I can run 3 playlists at a time. It always works. The watch time always counts, but I typically don't go back anymore and watch anybody for a second time unless it's been almost forever. You know what I mean? There are people who I've been connected to now for a year to 2 years to 3 years even. That might be a little bit different, but typically I don't go back because there's so many new people coming into the system that want to swap playlists as well. So forgive me if I've missed anything anybody's mentioned along this topic. I'm, making quite a long speech about it, not really reading the chat. And then I can't bet Sam's Logs, Trains, and More. So here's the problem. Because we are not Google engineers, and I don't know if I'd believe one if I talk to one, then, and actually, let's see, Wolf Spirit Productions is mentioning a good point. They keep a spreadsheet to see who they've swapped with and when, what playlists they watch, and things like that. I have done the same thing. But see, Wolf Spirit Productions is saying they've watched some stuff, and even from 3 months ago, the red lines are still there. And the same thing I've somewhat been noticing for myself. You see when I put channels on the screen, right? If I go through, or if I'm watching videos for people, sometimes if somebody hasn't posted in a month or 2, I'm looking for something I haven't already watched when I go to visit their channel. And for some creators, it's tough because I've been through all their stuff, right? If they've been with me for a year, or if they're only posting, not as frequently as some others. But we can't bet. I can never bet. If the red line is there, that tells me that you're not going to get watch hours for watching that video, even if you try to do the little things that we do to clear it. So I can't bet. The other thing too, I have multiple accounts, right? So if you do have multiple accounts, that can be helpful in a way. I wouldn't start an account just for the purpose of swapping playlists, because I can't bet that that's going to work either, right? YouTube's algorithm is smarter than we think it is, and even when we say that, it's smarter than we think it is. So I wouldn't bet on it. Facing Reality, good to see you here. Thank you for coming in. Never late. I'm always happy to I always appreciate every moment everybody can spend here in Superchat. You knew, good to see you here. Forgive me, I haven't been able to catch you yet. I know you've sent me a couple things, but I'll catch you soon. And the Stock Explorer is asking what city's in the background. So that's Toronto, where I happen to have grown up, but I actually live closer to Niagara Falls now, which is about an hour and a half away. Oh, and Robert McInasia is going to be in Missouri, and we'll be live streaming in a few days. Very cool. My pleasure, the Stock Explorer. I'm looking forward to seeing more of what you got on your channel. So forgive me, Sparkle's Hope Chest, you get some extra screen time because I'm talking so much. But Sparkle's Hope Chest is a generous, loyal, and dedicated supporter. Somebody who brings us pure variety on their channel. Now, I was mentioning already, you see that Wolf Spirit Productions and Sparkle's Hope Chest are here together in this video. They've done a couple of collaborations already. And now they bring us a new one about a month later, which is very cool. So they'll each have a different version of that video on their channel. So hopefully everybody will enjoy connecting to both of them. And we see that Sparkle's Hope Chest will also be willing to swap playlists, as will Wolf Spirit Productions and a lot of other creators here in the chat. And they've got their featured channels collaboration going on as well. That can be a great way to trade favors and get a friendship started with other creators as well. I'll talk about that a little bit more when we see it again. And thank you very much, Robert McInasia. I do appreciate that. If anybody hasn't already given a thumbs up, they certainly do help, so I'll appreciate it greatly. Let's have a look at Antoinette at Fun. Antoinette at Fun has got a lot of variety on their channel as well. As you can see, there's hauls, mukbangs, travel, there's all kinds of stuff here. But this is an extremely supportive creator. So when I'm out bouncing in between live streams and premieres, I run into Antoinette at Fun regularly, and they're always engaging the chat and spreading positivity as well. And then thank you, WatchWX. WatchWX is another fellow Canadian, actually from Ontario, Canada as well. And they've got a 24-hour stream rolling all the time as well. So there's always something happening on that channel. Precious Gems, good to see you back. If you have some time to spend today, hopefully we'll get a chance to look at your channel. Angel Downstairs Rachel is actually a family friend, and it's always great to have you here in the chat as well. Let me see what I missed from Facing Reality, if I can find it. If you have multiple accounts, do you have a device for each of those accounts? Not necessarily, but what sometimes I'll do is on, let's say I bought a dedicated laptop last year, and I bought it at an auction, so it's like a 17-inch HP Windows base model. The screen is nice and big, but it's base model, so it was like 500 bucks Canadian, works out to about 350 to 375 American, right? Or did at the time. So it's not expensive as far as new computers go, but it just barely does the job. But what I'll do is I'll either have, like right now, I'll have 3 windows open under the same account, because right now I'm running playlists and swapping with people for my music channel. Not for the watch time, we already have the watch time, but I just do it for the views anyway and for something for people to run, because my other 2 channels are monetized already, right? But sometimes I will run 3 different browsers instead, logged into different accounts. So one of them I will use like Chrome or Firefox or Edge or Safari or whatever else, depending on which device I'm using. But then as well, you know, I'm lucky enough to have an older iPhone that I use here. I actually use it as a stopwatch when we're here on Superchat, when I take those breaks, so I have an idea of when we're about to come back. And then, you know, my own phone, I'm lucky to have a couple of tablets, one new, one old, and things like that. But I do typically run a lot of Windows on one computer. That's how, if you're out and you see me bouncing in between a couple of things, or other creators, like I'm assuming that's what Scratch and Pete does, Spotless Com does the same, Antoinette at Fun might be doing the same, Kristen does the same. We can run different windows on one machine and be in 2 or 3 places at the same time. That allows you to give even more watch time to creators, because then instead of, you know, having to go into one live stream and waiting 15 or 20 minutes before you leave and go to somebody else, you can actually be constantly going in and out of streams. And if you can stand to listen to 3 things going on at the same time, which I can, then you can keep up with everybody as well, which is cool. Not saying I catch everything, but I try. And then, okay, let's spin the wheel. Antoinette at Fun, we don't have a sub count on this channel, but that's okay. We just want to push them towards their next milestone. For now, what I like to do is leave a comment on the discussion tab if I don't have a sub count, and that will give the algorithm an extra little boost to say, hey, I want to be subscribed to this creator, so please don't take that away. Forgive me if I've missed anything else when we're talking especially about swapping playlists and things like that. If I've missed anything anybody meant for me to see, just please mention it again with 3 thumbs up or @mention Superchat Connect and Grow. And I still, by the way, am willing to swap playlists with creators, of course. Always. Kristen will be willing to do that. Most of our moderators are willing to do it. You can reach out to almost anybody at all by just saying, I am willing to swap playlists in the chat. That just gives everybody the flag to let them know that you're willing to do it, and then everybody's free to connect with each other for that. Ben Genetics, good to see you in the house. Thank you for coming back in. We're looking at the Stock Explorer, so we're looking at this channel for the 2nd time. Hopefully everybody will enjoy connecting with them. Oakstyle, good to see you here. That's a longtime friend of Superchat. It's been a little while since you've been here, but it's great to have you in the chat. Oakstyle's a loyal and dedicated supporter. And the Stock Explorer has 381 subscribers right now. I'm hoping we can push this channel a little bit farther. We see a little bit of variety on this channel, but I'm also interested to see what they've got going on here when they talk about the stock market, things like that. I got to see this Weeble because another creator had a Weeble video, I think, as well, and I wanted to see what that was. I'm just interested to know. I'm interested always in anything to do with finance, but now we have a channel like this in the chat where everybody can go to hopefully get some information as well. At least learn how the stuff works, right? And then Precious Gems is willing to swap playlists as well. Let's think about adding some more names to the wheel before I spin again. Gloria's Platter will swap. I just swapped with her actually a couple of weeks ago. And let me see what I can do. I'm just staring off into another window here so I can get my names for the wheel. Have Cheetah Will View will come up. I think they're still with us. Have Cheetah Will View actually did a very thoughtful and considerate interview with me a little while back. I think it's getting on a couple of months already, but it was a very different kind of interview than what you usually see me doing, where a lot of times I'll go onto a channel, which of course I'm willing to do, and then Williams Brook, thank you for coming in. What I typically do is talk a lot of YouTube, right? Like, so we get into things like tips and tricks for people's channels and videos and things like this, and Have Cheetah Will View did more of a background on the timeline over particularly my adult life. He actually went all the way back to my childhood and teenage years, but we talked about all the things that brought me into what we're doing now, including what we're doing now, which is really, really cool. So it was very considerate and thoughtful, and he does a lot of interviewing, so you can tell that you actually get some tips from him. I know we've got a few creators in the house that are considering doing interviews, and Have Cheetah Will View definitely has a lot to be learned from, as well as entertained and inspired by. So we're looking at Shay's journey. This is another generous, loyal, and dedicated supporter, somebody who's been with TuberChat for at least a year. They've been with us for a long time, and I mention those kind of things because I think it speaks volumes about the character of the creator behind the channel when we talk about the fact that you never know who's going to still be with you a year or two after you start your channel and stuff like that. And Shay's journey is obviously somebody who's here with 1,700 subscribers, still coming back to meet more creators, to grow their channel, obviously the right way. They happen to be fully monetized now, so there's lots of ways to support them when you get there, including super chats and memberships. The Stock Explorer, thank you so much for the super chat. I really do appreciate that extra support. And I see Shards of Gaming has come in. Good to see you here, Shards of Gaming. Of course, will give that thumbs up on the way in, and then they will likely encourage everybody to do the same. Hopefully everybody will enjoy connecting to that channel. They're another engaging creator. Pardon me just for a second. I'm going to be right back, and I just need a quick moment. All right, pardon me for that. We are good to go. Oh, thank you, Angel Downstairs Rachel, for the shares. I really do appreciate that, of course. And hopefully I haven't missed anybody coming into the chat. 40 and Broke, good to see you here. Thank you for coming in. That's an interesting name for a channel. It's good to have you here for the first time. Hopefully you're feeling welcome. I see you've come in from the Stock Explorer, so thank you for that. Hopefully you'll meet lots of friends and family members. Everybody here is willing to connect, so please don't be shy. You can reach out to anybody you'd like, and if you follow the instructions that you'll find in our video description, you'll meet some new people in no time. So let's spin the wheel, and we'll have a look at another channel. We're going to see what's happening with Kristen Walton right now. She is my love. She's always here as a member and a moderator. And I see that Outgoing Azariah is in the house as well. Always good to see you here. Thank you for coming back in. Let's get Kristen Walton's channel up. Now, she's got her own channel. She's doing her own thing. She's already getting close to 1,400 subscribers, and hopefully everybody will enjoy the variety that you see on her channel. She's recently given it a little bit of a facelift, getting these thumbnails matching the banner, matching the avatar, and she does a very considerate job in her videos. And one of the things that you'll find, I never mentioned this, but one of the things that you'll find, she actually does bloopers in almost every single video, sometimes at the beginning, sometimes at the end, but she does a few series. She's got lifestyle videos, a lot of variety. She does unboxing, she does almost like a vlog style thing. She's done a few live streams. She has some success with shorts, as well as collaborations with other creators. And then she does the featured channels collaboration as well here. So when you feature channels on your front page this way, you're saying to the YouTube algorithm and to your audience that these channels are worthy of being featured by you. And then when some of those channels hopefully feature you in return, they're saying to their audience and the YouTube algorithm that your channel is worthy of being featured by them. So you can imagine the impact that that has both on your audience and on the YouTube algorithm. So I recommend it for anybody that's willing to do it. It's a great way to trade favors and get a friendship started with another creator. That's where the strong and solid foundation for our channels really comes from. And then Kristen Welton, of course, is fully monetized, so there's lots of ways to support her when we get there, including super chats and memberships. And then I just about missed a oh, what did I miss right here? I just saw it from Broken 40. You have to forgive me when I miss something in the chat. It is quite a challenge to get back to it. My internet, I've got a great computer and decent internet, but it chokes when I'm live streaming. Anyone into investing in finance? Hopefully. So here in TuberChat, basically the idea is that we're just here to meet each other as creators, regardless of our niches, right? So what you'll find is a lot of people who aren't specifically looking for investing in financial information will end up connecting with your channel and subscribing to you anyway. Over time, the idea is now you're bringing new people that otherwise may not have been there into the world of investing in finance, not to mention into that genre of channels, of which you're obviously a part of, which is very cool, I think. And over time, you'll get people who will start to really enjoy your content after having seen it, right? So hopefully your reach will end up farther than you intended in the first place. Commander Vlogs is in the house. That's another creator who does a growth stream similar to what we do here in TuberChat. He's got over 8,000 subscribers, and over there you can meet hundreds of new friends and family members the same way that we do here in TuberChat. And yeah, Commander Vlogs is definitely interested in stocks, crypto, investing of different types. So Corinne and Mark is here both as a member and a moderator. Corinne shows generosity in every way that you can on YouTube. She's fully monetized here with this channel, so you can see there are super chats and memberships available over there as well. Some of what's been happening lately on this channel, which is pure variety, is a behind the scenes look at some of the merchandise that is made. We were actually hanging out on a live stream the other day here, this one, working on orders, and they show us the behind the scenes look at the merchandise that they make, not just for themselves but also for other small businesses and other creators, which is really cool. So it's great that we have a channel like this that's so resourceful in the TuberChat community as well, where if you need that kind of stuff, you have somebody to reach out to. Christy Montero, good to see you in the house. Thank you for coming in. And Corinna Mark has 1,300 subscribers right now. They're willing to swap playlists. They do the featured channels collaboration, and hopefully you'll enjoy the variety that you get when you get over there. They do a mix of videos and live streams, and they post frequently, which is really good as well. Commander Vlogs is going to come up next. That's some good luck. Commander Vlogs just walked in. I just put you on the screen. I mean on the wheel, and it's coming up on the screen right away. So they're actually going to be live again. Let me go back and see if I can find that from the search results. They're going to be going live again today at 5:30, about 3 hours from now. So you can have that to look forward to as another stream where you'll be able to connect with people the same way that we do here. TuberChat will go on for just under another 2 hours likely, and after TuberChat we're going to go and raid Michael's Adventures for a premiere where everybody will be able to continue connecting during that live chat as well. Shortly after that, Commander Vlogs will come on, and then if you're looking for another growth stream, you can head over there. Now, one of the things you want to beware of when you're jumping between growth streams is making sure that when you're adding different creators, especially if you're going to intend on adding a lot in a day, that first of all, you're always doing your part to make sure you're fulfilling the obligations of the full procedure by watching a video of at least 3 minutes long, leaving a meaningful, genuine comment, giving that thumbs up, putting the notification bell on. I would suggest adding a couple of extra videos into a playlist or your watch later list so that you can run those as well. And that's of course the minimum, so you're always free to do much more than I talk about. But one of the things I'd recommend is to start a conversation with somebody in the chat before connecting with them. Beyond a hello. Hello is nice, but beyond that, like, start a conversation, get just anything at all. You can ask about the weather, or just see what everybody's talking about in the chat. Anything that's an icebreaker, just to get an idea of the person's experience or intentions before connecting. Because if you connect, the more people you connect with, the heavier the losses will be in the next couple of days. Now, there are some creators in the TuberChat community who don't lose any subscribers. I do, just like everybody else does, and almost nobody ever loses me. We did see one yesterday. It's like one in a, I don't know, hundreds of channels. It's less than 1 in 100 that ever loses my connection, because I always follow the full procedure. But you just want to keep that in mind when you're bouncing in between live streams, because there are other growth streams out there, and because there's so many, there's literally hundreds if not thousands, and because of that, there are some creators who just race in and start hammering everybody right away, and you just want to beware of that. So hopefully I haven't missed too much in the chat. How to Flex Living, good to see you in the house. Thank you for coming in. And Commander Vlogs, like I said, does a mix actually of personal videos and growth streams. I see that they just did a review of PocketTube here. This is an extension I've experimented with. I haven't had the best luck, but it is a great idea, because what it allows, and you'll get a better idea if you watch this video from Commander Vlogs. I haven't done one like this, but if you watch this video, he'll talk about the idea that you can separate your subscriptions into groups if you want to. So if you have, let's say, your top 10 or 20 supporters, you can put them all in a group to make sure you never miss anything from them. Then you can have other subscribers in different groups based on different ideas, right? Different groups that you're in, maybe on Instagram, Facebook, and stuff like that. You can put them into groups on this extension on YouTube. The only thing is that it helps you to be able to make sure you're not missing the stuff from the creators you really want to make sure you don't miss, right? So while we don't necessarily like to play favorites, everybody's got their... we all know who the top supporters on our channels are. People who are always there, they never miss a video, they comment on everything, they're actually trying to help you, right? Whether you've asked for it or not. We all have creators like that at some point. It grows as your channel grows, but you can make sure you put some focus on that. But anyway, it's too long of a speech, but you can watch that video from Commander Vlog so you'll get an idea. But I have used it too, and I do like it. I just probably haven't spent enough time on it to really get it to go the way I want. Jesse Miller Unboxings and More, good to see you here. Thank you for coming in. And hopefully I haven't missed anybody in the chat, but I think we're doing okay. Facing Reality's here. Facing Reality's another creator who engages conversation both in YouTube and outside as well. They are happy to both ask questions as well as share information that they learn, so that everybody can make the best decisions for their channels and their videos when we share that information among each other. So I always appreciate that. Facing Reality is definitely encouraging and inspiring with their encouraging words and positive messages, like they say on their channel, but they bring that everywhere that they go, and I see them out supporting other creators regularly. They support on all of my channels. They will likely do the same for you. Hopefully you'll enjoy that when you get to their channel and connect with them. They've got over 700 subscribers right now, and it looks like they've got it locked in, so hopefully we'll get them rolling on the road to 800 now. Oh, that's interesting, Commander Vlogs. I'm going to have to watch your video and see if there's something I've missed from playing around with that extension. I never watched any videos about it. I just installed it and decided to play around. But that's great. Oh, Bent Genetics. Can someone help you set up chapters? I can give you an idea about that right now, as a matter of fact. Let me see what I can do here. We'll do a quick tutorial if everybody wants to mark the time. We're 43 minutes into today's live stream. We're on episode number 282. I don't know how well this will work out. It's the first time we're doing it, but we'll see. Oracles and Beyond, good to see you here. The Lexus Dude, good to see you here as well. We'll just take a second to do this. Let me get to one of my videos. Now, Superchat only has really live streams, right? We just did a trailer and an advertisement. But I'll get to a past live stream, right? I can get to just about anyone at all. We'll go to this one here. And I'll pull these out afterwards because I'm faking it. It'll be irrelevant right now. So what you can do is in your description, if you know the times, right? And you might have to do this by like watching the video, marking the times down on a piece of paper or in your notes app or something like that, then going back and adding the chapters. You do it however you have to. But what this allows, it's very, very simple. One of the things you must do is put 0 as the intro. Now you can name it anything you want, but it must be there. The next timestamp, that's what these are called, will go at like, let's say 0042 seconds in. Let's say we want to call that chapter welcome, and then let's say 0306. These are just timestamps, so if you can imagine that's 42 seconds. This one is 3 minutes and 6 seconds into the video, so you just mark the times while you're watching the video. And then let's say this was an unboxing video, and then I would say at maybe 0706 review. And when we save, now let me get to the video itself, and hopefully they come up right away, but they should. Like I said, my internet just chokes a little bit while I'm live streaming here. So there you see that the timestamp has come up. Now, it might not be easy for everybody to see on your screens right now, especially because the Superchat live streams go for like 2.5 hours. But as I hover over the different chapters, you can see them showing up here. So there's my welcome, there's my unboxing, and then, you know, it continues on from there. So it's really that easy. So this is not the best tutorial you're ever going to find, of course, but you can go back and rewatch that if you want to, and it's fairly simple to just add these timestamps anywhere in your description at all. You can put them down at the bottom if you don't want them at the top. It doesn't matter where they are, and that will help get your chapters rolling for you. YouTube now has this feature where they're going to start adding automatic chapters, and I haven't seen an example of that yet, but hopefully it's going to work properly. John H. Shelton, Godzilla Fanatic and UK Vlogger, good to see you in the house. Hopefully I haven't missed anybody coming in. I'll do at one of these days. I intend on doing videos for Superchat as well. Hopefully soon. When I do, I'll start doing like very thorough tutorials like that. There are a couple things I've done on my personal channel, including making thumbnails, making banners, and sharing on Twitter and Instagram, and replying to comments and stuff like that. Proud Mommy Sarah, good to see you in the house. Thank you for coming in. Hopefully you're feeling welcome. We have a lot of dynamic creators here. Everybody's willing to connect, so please don't be shy. You can reach out to anybody you'd like to in the chat, and if you take your time, meet people one by one and follow the instructions that you'll find in our video description, you'll find yourself with some new friends and family members for your channel in no time, if that's what you would like. The Lexus Dude, hopefully I welcomed you, and I did see T and Sharinda TV has come in. Good to see you here. Forgive me if I've missed anybody in the chat. And then if we get a chance to have a look at your channel, Outgoing Azzy, I'll have a look and see what you've got going on with your banner and your new shorts videos. When we put channels on the wheel and on the screen, it is run by a robot in a roundabout sort of way. So it's not just about how long you're here, but also how active you are in the chat. But as I get down to a few names like I am right now, I'll add a few more, and then we'll talk about how Cheetah will view. Yeah, Fanatic Guide, it's interesting. There's a button that you can click, like, or a checkbox you can click in your descriptions now. I think most creators should have that. Everybody should have it. But it says allow automatic chapters if available, and then YouTube will pick. So I haven't tried to see how that's done yet, or if it's had any success. I could probably go over a couple videos on my personal channel and see. But it'll be interesting, and if I do a video about how to do these chapters, if I do a tutorial, I'll include that. Teacher P Downer, good to see you here. Thank you for coming in. And then, yeah, all is always well. Abby Stalker Mom, yep, thank you for the hello. I did welcome you when you came in. If anybody hasn't already given a thumbs up for today's live stream, I hope that you will. They really do help. I hope everybody's always giving each other thumbs up when you're out supporting each other. And if you're on a phone, I know you have to turn the chat off to do it, but you don't lose your place, and it only takes a moment. I'll appreciate it greatly. Robert Macanasia will come up on the wheel now as well. And Abby Stalker Mom. And we'll spin, and then I'll get some more. Have Cheetah Will View particularly has been doing a lot of interviews lately, like a ton. Have Cheetah Will View posts pretty much every day. More than once a day by the look of it, as a matter of fact. But they've been doing a lot of interviews. You get to meet a lot of interesting people over there. And there's a lot of other variety here as well. So hopefully everybody will enjoy connecting to Have Cheetah Will View. They've been a loyal and dedicated supporter and friend for a while now on all of my channels, as a matter of fact. So hopefully everybody will enjoy that kind of support coming back to you as well. With 361 subscribers, I'm hoping we can push them a little bit farther towards the 400 that they're thinking about. If anybody in the house is willing to swap playlists with each other for the purpose of gaining watch hours, please just simply say, I am willing to swap playlists. Other creators should reach out to you, and if you see somebody in the chat say that and you're willing, please reach out to them. Everybody's free to make those arrangements independently and individually, of course. I'm going to see what I can do about adding another couple of names to the wheel. So Baskets Resale is here. As the winter starts to approach, Baskets Resale, because I've been catching up just the smallest amount on your channel right now. I got to catch up on your main channel, but with that second channel, you got me inspired. I already do some eBay and Amazon stuff, and you got me thinking maybe I should get a little bit more aggressive about the eBay action this winter when I have a few more hours available. Want to do something that brings immediate cash flow, you know what I mean? So it's work, right, to do to flip anything. When you talk about eBay or Amazon or any of this stuff, if you're going to sell anything, it's work because you've got to sell it, right? And especially if you're selling stuff, trying to buy low, sell high and stuff like that, that can take extra work. It's not the same as running something that just automatically brings in income. Like, you know, Amazon can be set up that way. You can print a bunch of t-shirts or mugs or different merchandise, send it to Amazon, and then they'll do most of the work, but you get a smaller margin for that too. So there's a lot to consider with all the different things we can do to make money on the internet, right? Or in the world, where it can be an offline online marriage between the two ideas as well. Let's spin, and we'll get another channel up here. Then I'll add some more names to the wheel. We're going to look at Abby Stalker Mom right now. So this is an extremely supportive creator. Abby Stalker Mom's been with Superchat for a while. They're a previously featured channel, of course, but when I'm out bouncing in between live streams and premieres supporting other creators, I run into Abby Stalker Mom regularly. This is another creator who engages the chat. She's here with us almost every single day. She supports on all of my channels and will likely do the same for you. At 697 subscribers, I'm sure we can push this channel a little bit farther, hopefully over the 700 they're thinking about, and get it locked in with a few extras. And then you're absolutely right, Commander of Logs, you have to take into account the time that goes into shipping, both in packaging things, then yes, you have to take them to the post office or arrange for deliveries and stuff. So it's a handful of work, but there's immediate payoff there. I mean, anybody can go to a garage sale on Saturday, find anything at all that anybody's got for sale. It doesn't have to be valuable. We're not talking about when people have things around the house that they say, you know, everything's worth, oh, this must be worth a fortune. Okay, maybe not. But, you know, if somebody's got a brand new thing, some people get gifts that they never open. Like, you know, if somebody's already got a toaster and somebody gives them a toaster, you might go to a garage sale and find somebody with a brand new one. You can easily sell that on eBay. You can probably buy it from them for a couple of dollars and flip it on eBay for 2, 3, 4, or 5 times as much. And I'm not saying that's a good idea. It's not a recommendation. I'm just saying it's that easy. There's a free section. This is what Gary Vee talks about. For those of you who know who Gary Vaynerchuk is, another motivational speaker, billionaire, and everything else or whatever, he does talk about the idea that there's a free section in Craigslist and Kijiji, and even on Facebook, there's lots of groups where people just give away free stuff. And you can go and pick up free stuff, and then you can turn it around and sell it on eBay. And it absolutely can work. So I'm not saying it's a good idea. I'm just saying it is an idea. You can learn a lot more from Baskets Resale than you can from the speech I'm trying to give right now, because I barely do anything. I just happen to have done a lot of eBay shipping and packaging more than anything else. And then Abby Stalker Mom, there absolutely is many different things that can be done, both on the internet and offline. And when you marry the two together, that can be magical also. So let's look at Sam's Vlogs Trains and More. This channel comes to us both as a member and a moderator. Sam's Vlogs Trains and More shares generosity in every way that you can on YouTube. Life's Magical Journey, good to see you here. Thank you for coming in. Yeah, I love Gary Vee. I do too. The only problem is, I started following Gary Vee, I don't know, a few years ago. I don't know if it's 2, 3, or 4 years ago. And the problem is, I like that stuff so much. I always like listen to audiobooks. I follow a lot of motivational people and stuff like that. I take it with a grain of salt. I'm not a fanatic, but I definitely start watching like too much, right? So if I watch Gary Vee today, I'll likely get into like a few hours of it, you know, and I don't want to get into that, because at some point, if you're going to be entrepreneurial, you've got to take the things you learn and go do something about it, right? And I don't like when I get stuck listening to too much, right? Larry the Lawyer Live, or sorry, Lenny, I'm so sorry, Lenny the Lawyer Live, thank you for coming in. I did notice your comment the other day. Lenny the Lawyer Live is looking for a video editor. So if somebody is willing to do that, they put a message out on one of the past Superchat live streams. There's just a comment, but it said they're looking for a reasonably priced video editor. So you can reach out to Lenny the Lawyer Live for that reason. And then thank you, Outgoing Azzy. I'll be happy to help you out. Oh yeah, Life's Magical Journey. I believe myself that Gary Vee cares about people. I believe that about a lot of the motivational speakers. I think what happens is, you know, when a lot of people start to become not just rich, but ultra rich, there becomes this mob mentality a lot of times where people just kind of like get so angry at the idea that they, like, let's say, have so much, but they're not able to see the generosity in some of these people. You have good and bad people, both rich and both poor, right? Of course, there's you know, or in anywhere in between as well. So I don't think that, you know, just anybody. We see too much bad talk about good people a lot of the time. And I could be wrong. I don't know the guy, right? I haven't actually met him. I've listened to hours of him talk and stuff like that. I think he actually cares and is just somebody who knew what he was doing. He managed to, you know, strike it really, really big. He helps a lot of people. He truly tries to help by the look of it. Just the advice that I've mentioned right now about going out on Kijiji and Craigslist comes from him. Right? So that's just pure generosity. He doesn't have to tell anybody this idea. You can go and get free stuff and sell it on eBay. It's easy to do. I should do an eBay video, because if I show everybody how easy it is to sell on eBay, everybody will start doing it. Not that it's not already huge, but you know what I mean. It's so easy. I think the biggest headache with some of these things is the idea of getting started. But anyway, forgive me, I'm going off on tangents today. I think he will, the Stock Explorer. I think that's a self-fulfilling prophecy. What we're talking about Gary Vee here, he outwardly mentions to everybody constantly that he wants to buy the Jets, right? The sports team. And by mentioning that and saying, hey, I'm not trying to buy them today, right? I want to buy them 20 years from now. is what he says. But by saying that over and over and over, I believe that it comes back, you know, whether it's whatever you want to call it, the force that's out there, the, you know, the community that comes back to him or whatever. So I think it's like, it's almost a guarantee. Oh, Zoom. Lenny the Lawyer Live. Used to shoot videos on Zoom. Record button is gone. Oh, that's interesting. If anybody knows more about Zoom than I do, then, because I don't use Zoom, I haven't used it, then hopefully somebody can reach out to Lenny the Lawyer Live about that. Yeah, I think that if you know, they say like positive affirmations, for instance, and thank you, Phyllis Brown, for all the shares. If you're mentioning, you know, constantly some of your own goals or aspirations, especially to yourself, right, over and over and over again, it's almost like, you know, I've said this the other day, but if you tell yourself enough lies, eventually you'll start to believe your own lies. But you can lie to yourself about things that are innocent. You can say, like, I'm going to have $5 million in 5 years, right? That's a lie because it's not true yet. We can't know if it's going to be true. But by saying it over and over and over again, it's very possible that that can bring into your mind the ideas that could possibly get you there. Again, take what I'm saying with a grain of salt. I'm not a fanatic. I just listen to a lot of this stuff, right? And so therefore, I think if you put that out into the world, you will end up reaping, you know, a lot of the benefits of the things that you're expecting, even though there's no way to see the future. We can't tell the future. You know what I mean? It's an easy one for me to say, okay, Superchat's going to have 3,000 subscribers before Halloween because we're already at 29 something. Now, if I go a little bit farther, I can say that, and you could do the same thing, like with your channel. So not just having a goal or an aspiration, but by putting it out there constantly, not obnoxiously, of course, but you'll get other people kind of working towards that goal, even in the motivation that they give back to you. I don't know if any of this makes sense, but Mrs. VSNCO9 is trying to back it up. They know what I'm saying. But I agree. Affirmations are, put into play, the law of attraction, if you happen to subscribe to that idea. Oh, there you go. Phyllis Brown uses Zoom. She might be able to help Lenny the Lawyer Live. And then, forgive me for all the speeches today. So Sam's Vlogs Trains and More, like I said, shares generosity in every way that you can. They do a mix of videos and live streams where they allow you to connect in the same way that we do here in TuberChat during the live chats. There are a lot of train videos, as you'd expect, but he does a lot of vlogging as well. He does the featured channels collaboration, and he will be willing to swap playlists. So I'm hoping we can push him a little bit farther towards the 1,400 that he's thinking about. I'm going to spin the wheel right now. I'm going to see who's coming up next. I'm going to take a break for about 3 minutes. And if anybody's willing to swap playlists in the chat, just simply say, I am willing to swap playlists. Other creators should reach out to you. If you see somebody say that and you're willing, please reach out to them. Everybody's free to make those arrangements independently and individually, of course. When we come back, we're going to be looking at Baskets Resale. If you haven't already, please give me a thumbs up, and I'll see you in a few minutes. All right, we're back. We're looking at Baskets Resale. I just wanted to mention something. Thank you, everybody, for reaching out to Lenny the Lawyer Live to talk about this. Forgive me, when I read your comment, I was under the impression you might be looking for a video editor, as in a person, to help edit. But if you're talking about a program, that might be a different situation as well. When I personally do any screen recording, I use OBS. I find it works perfectly. You just literally put it on, press record, hide the window, and it just records the whole screen and dumps it right into your movies folder or video folder. It's incredible. But when you're doing a little bit more than that, and I have recorded with it as well, with like a little bit of cam stuff. It's not that difficult, but I've also used StreamYard for some of the stuff. So maybe StreamYard would be a good alternative to Zoom. It's just a thought. I've used it many times before. So, Baskets Resale is up right now, and there is a lot to be learned from this creator, as well as entertained and inspired by. They're posting frequently again now. And 633 subscribers on this channel, but actually I'm going to show you their original channel, and you'll see how much there is to learn from this creator. They have thousands of subscribers. So obviously there's a lot to learn on this channel itself. And forgive me, Outgoing Azzy, I see your question. How do you put two pictures in your community post? Maybe I can do that too. We'll try that in a minute. I haven't done it yet, but I'll make a test post and we'll see if it works. Baskets here with their main channel has 7,000 subscribers. They're already halfway to 7,300. So hopefully everybody will follow Baskets and Baskets Resale on both channels. They have been a generous, loyal, and dedicated supporter for a long, long time. They happen to be a member as well. So we see this channel regularly. Hopefully everybody will enjoy connecting with them and enjoy the support that comes back from them. But particularly, like I said, there's a lot to be learned here. So if you want a look into the idea of buying and selling, Baskets Resale, I think, is a great resource for that. So that might be helpful for everybody as well. Super Twins, Bella and Gabby, good to see you here. Jeremy D-Day, good to see you in the house. I'm going to move a little bit faster now because we're on the second half of the live stream today. So I'm going to see if I could do another tutorial for Outgoing Azzy here. So if you want to mark the time, we're an hour and 7 minutes into today's live stream, episode number 282. Now I'm just going to go over to my channel and I'm going to go to the community tab. I have not done a post yet where I've put multiple pictures in a post, but we're going to try right now. Now it's asking me here to add one picture. Why does it say select one picture to upload? I thought that there was the ability to do more than one. Let me open up another account here. Like I said, sometimes I use different accounts on different browsers. Let me see if it's because it's not on every channel yet. Maybe that's one of the problems. Let's go to the music channel and I'll see what their community tab says. There we go. This is why, Outgoing Azzy, so it's not available to everybody yet. You notice the difference when I go on this channel. This wants to allow me to put up to 5 pictures in a post. And then the other channel, Superchat, does not allow it. When I click on image to make an image post, it says select a file. So one of the reasons for that is because it may be a feature that hasn't rolled out to everybody yet, but as well, you notice on the music channel, this little music note here, this denotes that this is an official music artist channel, and they get a little bit different features than some other channels do. So that's where the problem with that came out. A YouTuber did 2 pictures. Yeah, many creators might have that available. And then sharing on the community. Yeah, that's okay. Thank you, Commander Vlogs. I share 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 times a day, but I space them out on the community tab. So you can see here, like every 2 hours, right? We have different shares for different creators. and I have a little formula and system. I usually do 1 or 2 for myself, and then whether it's Superchat or the music channel, and the rest are for other creators and things like that. But let's spin. We'll get another channel up on the screen and see what's happening with that. But there's the answer as to why that can't happen. Not every creator is able to do that just yet. But we learned that together today. Vern's Junk Closet is in the house. This is my YouTube BFF. Vern's Junk Closet has been a dear friend to me for 2 years now, and was inspirational in the creation of Superchat. As a matter of fact, she is going to be joining me again. For those of you who haven't already seen it, I hope you'll go back and watch episode number 100 of Superchat and episode number 200, because they're very special episodes where we have a 2-hour conversation and a deep dive into the inner workings of YouTube, different features, different updates, and lots of tips and tricks both for your channels and your videos. We're going to be getting together again just before Halloween, probably Halloween weekend, for episode number 300. So it'll be a much different kind of live stream than you're used to seeing here, but it should be a lot of fun, and hopefully everybody will enjoy it. This is Latanya Yvette. Good to see you in the house. Thank you for coming in. And right now we're looking at Robert Mack in Asia. And Robert Mack in Asia has been a longtime friend of Superchat. They're a very supportive channel, but they also have a great tight-knit community around them as well. They're expecting in a couple of weeks to go out and be doing some live streaming in Missouri. Hopefully everybody will enjoy that when you get there. We don't have a sub count on this channel, but that's okay. We know it's well over 1,000 because they've got their community tab here, and Robert Mack in Asia actually supports on some other channels that I'm involved with as well. So hopefully you'll enjoy that kind of support coming back to you as well. Nightstar Beauty is in the house and happens to be a member, as is Vern's Junk Closet. Again, get you both on the wheel. I see Shutterbug Infinity is in the house. Good to see you here. E3 Farmstead, good to see you in the house. Thank you for coming in. Hopefully you're feeling welcome. We have a lot of dynamic creators here. Everybody's willing to connect, so please don't be shy. You can reach out to anybody you'd like to in the chat. If you take your time, meet people one by one, and follow the instructions that you'll find in our video description, you'll find yourself with some new friends and family members for your channel in no time, if that's what you would like. So hopefully everybody will enjoy connecting to Robert Mack in Asia. You actually see a lot of variety on this channel. He's basically traveling and doing a lot of footage or live streaming while he's traveling, which is very cool. You get to see some interesting things from Robert Mack in Asia, and he's been at it for quite a while. So there's definitely some experience that you'll find when you get into this channel. And then Commander Vlogs, yeah, that's a large number of members. That certainly is great stuff. Outgoing Azzy is up right now. So this is a cool banner. It's perfect because you've got the information where it's supposed to be. I'm sure this works perfectly whether we look at it on a phone, a tablet, a television, or on YouTube on the computer here like I am. New videos every Friday tells people exactly what they need to know. And then as well, we know it's pure variety on this channel. And Outgoing Azzy wanted me to look at a couple of shorts that they've got going on. So we can see this one here might be a short. And then let me see. Did you make a shorts? Oh, here they are. Yeah, he's got a couple. Wow, look at this. So Outgoing Azzy put out a couple of videos this week, and they're already, one's approaching 1,000, one's well over 1,200 already. Very cool. So hopefully everybody will enjoy the kind of variety that you get on Outgoing Azzy. He's got over 4,200 subscribers right now. Hopefully we can push this channel a little bit farther. So I'll spin the wheel. We'll get another channel up here. Forgive me if I've missed anything in the chat, like a question or a comment. If anybody's mentioned something that I've missed, just please mention it again with 3 thumbs up or @ mention Superchat Connect and Grow. I will hopefully see it a little bit easier and catch it the next time around. Forgive me if I've missed anybody in the chat. I certainly don't mean to. As long as everybody's still active, we should get around to everybody. I'm just going to use my filters here to see if I can catch the channel Precious Gems. Hopefully they're still with us. This might be the first time we're putting them on the wheel. Precious Gems is right here. 791 subscribers. I'm going to refresh my page so I have an easier time getting to these precious gems. This is the first time we're looking at this channel. Now, I don't watch videos or subscribe while I live stream, so what I'm going to do is take one of your latest videos. I usually look for something around 10 minutes if I can find one. Most of your stuff's a little bit shorter than that. Now, just beware, everybody. We always want to be connecting with videos that are at least 3 minutes long and watching that full video while you're connecting and leaving a meaningful, genuine comment. So just beware, a lot of these videos are just under 3 minutes. They may not hold your subscription, so you want to make sure you're watching longer videos as long as possible, but definitely over 3 minutes. So I don't have to spend too much time looking. I'm just going to take this 4-minute video for myself. I didn't mean to click on it, but that's okay. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to add that 4-minute video into my watch later list. There it is. I'll add this into my watch later list. What that will allow me to do is after today's live stream, I'll go through my watch later list and watch your video in full. I'll leave you a meaningful, genuine comment related to the content of your video. I will give you a thumbs up and subscribe. I'll turn your notification bell on, as I do for all creators. That should make our connection stick. And then hopefully you're subscribed to TuberChat as well, and you have our notification bell on so you don't miss our further live streams. We're always here Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and Monday, but the times change so that we can meet different creators from around the world in different time zones. Next, we're going to look at Nightstar Beauty. This is a generous, loyal, and dedicated supporter with a instinct for branding, marketing, and presentation. On her channel, you can see that this is professional right from the start. And when we even look back over her channel, we see the instinct that has been in this creator from the beginning. Even when the colors change, the idea behind the thumbnails and the presentation here obviously is uniform, which is very cool. I really like that a lot. The same goes into the avatar and the banner, of course, but when we get into the videos themselves, you can see that this is a dynamic host, and she's doing a very thorough and considerate job when she's describing all the different things that she's talking about, whether it's a haul video or describing products or actually doing a makeup tutorial, and she does a considerate job of giving you the before and the after as well as opinion, which is very cool. So hopefully everybody will enjoy that when you get there, and the support that she gives. I run into Nightstar Beauty out supporting other creators regularly when I'm out bouncing in between live streams and premieres and commenting on videos. I see Nightstar Beauty out doing the same all the time. Forks and Chopsticks, good to see you here. Thank you for coming in. Commander Vlogs has the Statue of Liberty emoji. I never seen that one before, actually. I play with a lot of emojis because typically I'm not the kind of person who would use a lot of emojis, so therefore I make an effort to use a ton of them now. But I haven't ever used the Statue of Liberty. I'll have to remember that. Little Red and Bunny Tracks is still in the house, and hopefully other than that everybody's doing okay, meeting new friends and family members. And then again, I know we have a few new channels in the chat today. One of the most important things is to make sure when we're connecting with a creator, we're watching a full video of at least 3 minutes long. Shorts videos won't work, and it's possible you could lose a few subscribers in the next couple of days if YouTube doesn't hold your connection. So we want to make sure we're watching full videos, at least 3 minutes long, leaving a meaningful, genuine comment of at least a few sentences on every video, then giving that thumbs up, subscribing, turning the bell on. And that should make your connection stick. Then come back, let them know that you've done that. They'll do the same thing for you. And then as well, if anybody hasn't already given a thumbs up for today's live stream, I hope that you will. They really do help. I hope everybody's always giving each other thumbs up when you're out supporting each other. I know if you're on a phone, you have to turn the chat off to do it, but you don't lose your place. It only takes a moment, and I will appreciate it greatly. So as well, in about an hour from now, we're going to go and visit Michael's Adventures for a premiere. In that live chat, we'll be able to continue connecting the same way that we are here in TuberChat, and then we'll all go over there and raid at the same time. John Harding, 1979, good to see you in the house. Thank you for coming in. Hopefully you're feeling welcome. We have a lot of dynamic creators here. Everybody's willing to connect, so please don't be shy. You can reach out to anybody you'd like to in the chat. If you take your time, meet people one by one, and follow the instructions that you'll find in our video description, you'll find yourself with some new friends and family members for your channel in no time, if that's what you would like. Thank you, Phyllis Brown, for the time that you spent, your extra generosity. I really do appreciate that as well. And let us see what we can do about Mrs. VSNC09. I will get to adding some more names onto our wheel from our chat list shortly as well. Mrs. VSNC09 just found Superchat a few months ago, as a matter of fact. Could be as short as a couple of months. But they just came into the Superchat community and family blazing with generosity in supporting others. So right away, what I noticed is when I was out in between live streams, premieres, and even on the music channel that I haven't talked about today, but we find Mrs. VSNC09 out there not just supporting, but engaging the chat and bringing a little bit of energy as well, which really helps, right? And I appreciate it greatly. We don't have a sub count. We know they're over 1,000 because they've got their community tab right here. But for those of you who haven't seen it already, all of the same music that you're hearing in the background of TuberChat is available as copyright-free music that you can use in your videos and live streams. And that's all available on that other channel. The link for that is dropped every half hour or so. And then as well, we have a virtual 24-hour live stream running over there. It resets twice a day, but there's almost always somebody over there, always conversation to be had. And you can get into talking to people a little bit more than you can here in TuberChat, where we're all working on our channels. Mrs. VSNC09 is over there regularly. So let's spin the wheel in a minute after I get some more names on there. I want to see what I can do about adding a few more creators onto the wheel. I'm just staring over at my list. The wheel is somewhat run by a list that I have with a robot that keeps track of the statistics in the chat to determine who's been here most active as well as the longest. So it's not just about how long you're here, it's also how active you are in the chat, how much you're interacting with other creators. And I'm just putting you new on there. Hopefully they're still with us. I know they were here earlier. Fanatic Guide is here. Little Red and Buddy Tracks, JD Knight 7. And we'll see if Oak Style and Angel Downstairs Rachel are still with us. We'll get them on soon. Yes, the how-to lady it is. It is a 24-hour party. And then Forks and Chopsticks. So how do you set up a 24/7 live stream? Myself personally, the way that I'm running the music channel is it's on a dedicated computer that has a plugged-in internet connection for the most part. And I use OBS. And it just has a loop of video, so it's got a playlist of 3 or 4 videos. You can't tell that there's different videos in there because the way it loops, it just looks like it's the same thing all the time, but it's not actually. And then as well, it's got a playlist of music that loops separately from the video. So that's just an important note because YouTube has a very strict policy on not reposting the same content. So by running the 24-hour live stream in that way, we're never actually running the exact same thing twice, right? So that's the idea. But OBS does a great job of that. And then there's a plugin called Advanced Scene Switcher. And I'm happy to talk about this anytime if you want to reach out to me on Instagram. And that allows the stream to be told, I want you to cut off at exactly 8:47 at night, and I want you to come back at exactly 9 o'clock. What I found over the last year is that 5 minutes of a break is not enough to break the stream. It tries to keep connecting, but 10 minutes is enough to break the stream and start a new one. So it's just a thought. And there you go, Outgoing. Yes, Outgoing is definitely the Outgoing King. So forgive me. Outgoing as he's making me laugh here. Can you get the classic OBS instead of the new Streamlabs with the green icon? Yes. So if you just search it out, the Stock Explorer, you'll get OBS. OBS is called, I believe it's called Open Broadcaster Software. Streamlabs OBS is the same exact software, but Streamlabs has added a couple of things into it because it's open software. They're able to take it and add their stuff to it. Stream Elements has done the same thing. But you can get the classic OBS, absolutely. So you just have to search it out, but you'll find it on Google right away. And then, so forks and chopsticks, it depends on the service. I've tried a couple of online services, but because they're using virtual machines, it doesn't work. It can't handle the idea of streaming. But I have a very old computer that it's running on right now, actually, with only, I believe, 4 gigs of RAM, and it can't be much more than a Pentium processor, and it's able to run the video. Now, I'm only running at 720. So that's a consideration, but it's doing 30 frames a second. So you have to decide what kind of quality you need. On my copyright-free music channel, the video is almost irrelevant, right? It's the least important part of what we're doing over there. People just need the music so that they can have something to run in the background of their live streams or videos or whatever you have it, right? So the video is not as important for me. If you're running a live stream where the video is important, you'll have to take that into account and move into bigger machines. Now, I reset my stream twice a day because I want to, but you don't have to. You could just let it run for days on end, and I've done that too. We have another couple of creators who do similar things, like Watch WX has live streams running almost all the time, and Two Pineapples has a full-on 24-hour live stream running sometimes for weeks on end. So you can have a quick look. The How-To Lady is here with 419 subscribers. I'm hoping we can push her a little bit farther on the road towards her 500. The How-To Lady spreads all kinds of energy and positivity through our chat. She brings that in her videos as well. I'd love to get some of these to do the thing. See what I mean when I hover over these things, why some of them don't want to play? You can see that this is a dynamic host when I'm able to get a little bit of video playing there. But either way, you can tell it right away from the thumbnails, from the banner. And what has been recently done with this channel is a facelift on all of the thumbnails and the banner, where she's basically claimed a color palette, which I think is really cool. And then I'm just going to show you something else, because she's got a second channel here, and she's taken a similar look to the thumbnails and banner over here and claimed another color palette, which is very cool as well. So this is D's Fierce Fashions with 48 subscribers. I'd love to get this channel moving on the road to the first 100, but on her main channel, she does a very considerate job of motivating and inspiring, sometimes with fitness, sometimes she's working with other small businesses. She's done a very considerate and thoughtful job on a shout out video for Superchat, which is on our front page as well. And you can see she's got featured channels front and center on both channels, which shows generosity from this creator as well. She brings positivity and a ton of energy everywhere she goes and engages the chat, and hopefully you'll enjoy some of that support coming to you as well. So let's look at You New. I'm not sure if they're still here. I'm gonna have to check. If not, I'll move on quickly. Yeah, I think they've gone. So You New, let me know if you're here and I'll put your channel back up, but otherwise I'm just gonna spin. We'll get to another channel right now. And the How-To Lady does rock. Absolutely. Fanatic Guide is coming up. This is an extremely supportive creator. This is somebody who supports on all of my channels. They engage the chat. And this is something I really appreciate. I talk about it more often now, but engaging the chat is something that really helps the host. So not just with the analytics, you know, most often I talk about analytics and numbers and the fact that we're pushing ourselves out there and getting more reach, getting more views and all that stuff, which is helpful, of course. But it's not just that. The whole reason that hopefully everybody's enjoying their time here in Superchat right now is because of the conversation that goes on in the chat, the friendships that are made, and how Superchat's community truly does feel like a family. more often than not, right? Because there are creators, sometimes you see the same people frequently, sometimes we have creators who haven't been here in a while, sometimes we have people who can only make it certain days of the week and stuff like that, but you find these creators having conversations, helping each other, talking to each other, and things like that, which I really do appreciate. So Fanatic Guide is definitely one of these creators, a shining jewel in the Superchat community, somebody who's extremely supportive and goes over and above. They support on all of my channels, like I was saying. Cute Goth Girl Gamer, thank you for coming in. I'm just going to get her onto the wheel because she happens to be a member. And then what you'll find from Fanatic Guide is more than a gaming channel. There's a lot of gaming content here, but as well, you'll find some wild success in some of the videos that we've seen here that are more like how-to. This unboxing video, there's some how-to videos over here. You can see many well over 10,000, one over 20, one over 30, one over 60, and we watched this video over the last couple of months climb from the 60s, well over 75,000 videos, and it's still moving, which is fantastic. So Fanatic Guide definitely is a wonderful creator to have in your collection of subscriptions, and to feel a part of your family as well for your channel. And then thank you, Lil Red and Bunny Tracks, for the kind words, and thank you, the How-To Lady, as well. I know the How-To Lady's been talking about that for a while, the idea of doing like maybe a live stream, right, where we could get a few people together. I think that could be a cool idea. Actually, Makeup Mom and Son has been talking about something like that as well. She's talking about doing a maybe a weekly, but like a live stream where a lot of creators can get together. And then, you know, have conversation, which will be cool, because I don't do a lot of that. You know that you don't usually see me doing that. Once in a while when I'm on somebody else's channel, like I've been with Vern's Junk Closet many times before, you know, and Have Cheetah Will Views interview, it's just me and him. When I interview people, it's just me and them. But I've been on other people's channels where we've been joined by a couple of other creators. But even I have considered the idea of doing a live stream where we get a few people together. Just haven't had that come to fruition yet. One of the biggest things with myself is making a commitment to a time slot, where that can be a bit of a challenge. And I'd like to make sure that I can make good if I'm going to promise anything at all. So, Cute Goth Girl Gamer is here as well. And Cute Goth Girl Gamer, forgive me for 1 second, I just want to see where I didn't lose myself. Okay, yes, Fanatic Guide is good to go. Cute Goth Girl Gamer supports on all of my channels. This is a very generous, loyal, and dedicated supporter. She actually does some variety on her channel. Between the videos and live streams, you find a bit of variety in that she does sometimes like a vlog type of live stream, and then sometimes she does panels, like we see here, a StreamYard panel with a few people. And some of her live streams go on, like you can see, 9 hours, 4 hours, 3 hours, another 9-hour one here, which is really cool. Sometimes she does gameplay while she's live streaming, and sometimes she makes music while she's live streaming and then posts that stuff as well. How do you get the join button out going, Azzy? When you are monetized, it should come eventually for everybody. For some creators, at least in the recent past, it didn't show up right away. I'm not sure if everybody gets it automatically these days. It seems like it. So once you get monetized or approved for the YouTube Partner Program, then it should be available either right away or very soon. And then that's when you can have memberships available on your channel. One of these days, like I said, I intend on making videos for Superchat where I'll do more thorough tutorials on this stuff, and then talk about some of the considerations. Like, for instance, with memberships, you have to think to yourself about what are you going to do when your channel really gets busy. Look at Commander Vlogs talking about the possibility of having 130 members. That is a lot of obligation to make good on, so you have to make sure you're going to be able to do that, right? It's easy when you have 5 or 10 members. It becomes a bit more challenging when those numbers grow. Vern's Junk Closet, again, is a very influential creator. She's got memberships available. Superchat is a member on Vern's Junk Closet. as a matter of fact. She is my YouTube BFF, and we've been together many times, both on her channel and on mine, and she's joined me twice on Superchat for episode number 100 and 200. She'll be back for episode number 300 right before Halloween. And what we do during those live streams is have a 2-hour conversation, much different than what we're doing here. But we can get a lot more into a deep dive into the YouTube features, updates, analytics, and both of our experiences with our own channels and others, so that everybody can get some tips and tricks for their videos and their channels. Vern's Junk Closet is inspirational in the creation of TuberChat. It's because of her generosity and the generosity of other creators like her that I was inspired to even do TuberChat. So over the last 2 years, she's been just a godsend and a dear friend. We talk frequently, even outside of YouTube, and she's a wealth of information as well. She's got a second channel, so I'm going to show you that. She does a lot of variety on this channel. On her second channel, called the VMAX Show, she has a behind-the-scenes look at the creator from Vern's Junk Closet. So it's a little more fun, a little more of a personal look over here. And then what you'll find on her main channel with 4,500 subscribers is that she is willing to share information to try to help everybody. She does some growth stream type live streams where she allows everybody to connect the same way that we're doing here as well. And she does a lot of conversating. Oh, which playlist do you prefer? Outgoing Azzy. So when you're swapping playlists with somebody, it's a simple obligation. You're going to run a playlist of their videos. They're going to run a playlist of your videos. What I suggest to everybody is to make a playlist called All My Videos that has every video you've ever made, right? And then when you're going to swap with somebody, that's the one you typically will use. The other thing, though, you have to consider is some creators have less videos than others. Some have more, obviously, right? So what happens is, let's say there's a creator that's got 50 videos and there's a creator that's got 20, and they both have like comparable times. Usually your videos are an average of 10 minutes or something, right? So it may not be quite fair for somebody with 50 videos to be running against somebody who's got 20. So what you can do, though, is separate your videos into playlists by hours. You can literally call it 2-hour playlist, 5-hour playlist, 10-hour playlist if you want, and things like that. What happens then is when you meet somebody that has more or less videos than you by a large margin, you can swap with specific playlists. This applies mostly to channels with lots and lots of videos. Some of the gaming channels that do live streaming have playlists that go on for days. Our featured channel today, Black Phoenix, has a ton of videos. If you were to try to swap with them, you'd probably have to find a way to chop that up. What I do typically is I offer to run somebody for 24 hours because when I'm swapping now, I'm only swapping with the music channel. It's only got 2 hours, right? But I swap anyway because I know how helpful it is to other creators, and of course I get the benefit of the views. But you have to consider to yourself what you're willing to do, and other creators may expect it to be fair. So when somebody's asking you like which playlist do you prefer, they want to know which one of your playlists you want them to run. So it's a consideration, right? But I can help you with all of that as well. If somebody wants to take the time to help Outgoing Azzy get started with swapping playlists, you can. If not, I'll do it with you for the first time. I'll show you what people are expecting, and then you'll be off to the races. You can meet lots of people to swap playlists with. I don't want to hold you back, though, as well, if you can get that going right away. Simple Things Outreach Media, good to see you here. Thanks for coming in. Forgive me if I've missed anything in the chat. I certainly don't mean to. As long as everybody's still active, we should get around to everybody. If I've missed a question or a comment that you've mentioned and wanted me to see, then just please mention it again with 3 thumbs up. I'll keep my eyes open. Hopefully we'll catch it the next time around. So we've got a brand new channel in the chat. Crafty Crochet Corner is here. Good to see you in the house. Thank you for coming in. Hopefully you're feeling welcome. We have a lot of dynamic creators here. Everybody's willing to connect, so please don't be shy. You can reach out to anybody you'd like to in the chat. And if you take your time, meet people one by one and follow the instructions that you'll find in our video description, you'll find yourself with some new friends and family members for your channel in no time, if that's what you would like. Mrs. VSNC09's updating their channel right now. Southern Sandy just came in. It's good to see you here. Thank you, Modest Moon Gazer. I appreciate your kind words, but I appreciate your support as well. Like I said, I keep saying this, and I get distracted and I don't watch for the answer. I can't remember whether Modest Moon Gazer came to us from the music channel first or from Superchat first, because she has been so supportive on both channels that when I went to try to figure that out for myself, I couldn't figure it out. Let me make sure I'm not making a mistake here. Yes, Lil Red and Bunny Tracks is up on the screen right now. Modest Moon Gazer is still in the pole position on the wheel. What we found over the last couple of months as an experiment, I put Scratch and Pete on there one time. And forgive me, Scratch and Pete, again, I didn't put you on until now. I always put Scratch and Pete PA on in the second half of the live stream, when we have somebody that gets into the top position on the wheel, it's sometimes, I don't know why, the wheel's random, but it seems to take forever. Modest Moon Gazer's been there for a while now. And then, so we're looking at Lil Red and Bunny Tracks. So I'm going to switch to another channel here just for a second, because it's easier for me to tell the story, and it makes a lot more sense when I tell it in this way. TWTTV is a dynamic couple of creators. Really, it's a dynamic family of creators. And what I like about this channel is, so they do a lot of variety over here, but we get a look at the creators behind the channel as well. So that's very cool. They've got 836 subscribers over here. By the time we got to featuring this channel, because we feature a channel almost every single day on Superchat, when we featured TWTTV, it was actually long overdue. Much like today's channel, Black Phoenix. We should have probably featured that even earlier, but I'm glad that we got around to it. When we featured TWTTV, it was only weeks later that we featured their second channel, which I'm going to go back to and show you. Lil Red and Bunny Tracks, which is here with us right now. So Lil Red and Bunny Tracks is a very interesting channel, because what we see here is music videos made by the same creators from TWTTV, and I just think that's really, really cool. It is very unique and definitely something that stands out. They are extremely supportive creators, and with both channels come in and out of the Superchat live streams regularly, so hopefully everybody will enjoy connecting with them on both channels, and we'll push this one towards its first 1,000. Is that Codeman Gaming? Good to see you here. Thank you for coming in. Hopefully you're feeling welcome. We have a lot of dynamic creators here. Everybody's willing to connect, so please don't be shy. You can reach out to anybody you'd like to in the chat, and same goes for AS Does Games. You can reach out to anybody you'd like to here. Everybody's here to connect, so please don't be shy. And if you take the time to read our video description, you'll catch the instructions for exactly how we connect with each other here. And then you can meet as many friends and family members as you'd like. When you're here in Superchat, you can typically meet anywhere from 8 to 10 creators in the chat. The McKay family, good to see you here. I'm just going to do something for today's live stream. Thank you for coming in for the first time. We don't do any blue jackets here. All of our moderators are actually moderators. Makeup Mom and Son, good to see you in the house. Thank you for coming in. She's a member and a moderator, so I'm going to add her to the wheel right away. I just want to take care of something here for a quick second. Let me get to our content. So what you can do in your live streams is there are controls you can use that can kind of dictate how people are coming into the chat. So what I insist on with Superchat is that we always have creators that are interested in supporting others. We believe wholeheartedly here in giving much more than we expect to receive. And for that reason, I believe that patience is a big part of that kind of thing. So what I'm going to do is pump up the time on here from 5 minutes to 10 minutes. for our subscribers only chat. So somebody will have to be subscribed for 10 minutes before coming in, and that will just make sure that everybody is kind of aware of exactly what they're doing, so that nobody who doesn't like the way that we're doing it will spend time coming in, because we don't want to have anybody waste any time, of course, right? There are a lot of creators, or a lot of other growth streams out there where, you know, they give blue jackets to everybody. We don't do that here, but it's fine when other growth streams do that. You can definitely meet more creators faster. Here, we're much more focused on the relationships made between creators. Like I said, focusing on supporting others. What you'll find is here in Superchat, most of the people who are here regularly will not go to a brand new channel that they see in the chat, with good reason, until they see how you interact with everybody else in the chat first, so that they can make a judgment call as to whether you might be genuine as a supporter before they will connect with you. So that's almost a recommendation that I give to everybody as well. So I've just dialed it up a little bit for the rest of today. I'll just leave it like that now. We've still got about 45 minutes to go. And then we're going to go and watch a premiere from Michael's Adventures. Everybody will be able to continue connecting in that live chat the same way that we are here in Superchat. And I will leave this live stream running until that premiere begins, so that everybody can clean up their connections here. We'll all go over and raid that together. And in a little while from now, I will drop the link for that. I will give the link to that premiere so that we can get over there. Makeup Mom and Son is on the wheel now. I'll get some more names in another moment here from our chat list. Everybody has the chance to be on the wheel and the screen. The McKay family, we don't do blue jackets here. There are lots of growth streams that you can go to where they will give everybody blue, and I'm sure you'll find a few creators live right now that will do that. Our moderators will keep taking your messages out, because that's considered spamming when you're saying the same thing over and over and over again, but hopefully that will help. Scratch and PPA is one of the most supportive creators that I've met on all of YouTube. And what you'll find on this channel is they do an interactive series of videos. They come out every Tuesday in the Eastern time zone. It happens to be at 12:15 exactly, right around lunch. And I have an alarm on my phone to try to never miss them. And what you'll find in Scratch and PPA's premieres is a live chat that runs even faster than Superchat, faster than most you've ever seen. And the reason why is because he's out supporting other creators so overwhelmingly much that he gets an overwhelming amount of support coming back to him all at once during those premieres. So it makes it really like high energy, fast paced. It's fun to be a part of and really something to see. So hopefully everybody will get a chance to check that out. When I say it's an interactive series of videos, what I mean is you get the opportunity to vote on the content of next week's video if you follow Scratch and PPA on Instagram, Twitter, and or Facebook, which of course I do. Why am I not subscribed to Scratch and PPA? Isn't this interesting? So when I was just saying earlier, it's only like 1 out of a few hundred where I'm not subscribed. Look at this. So Scratch and PPA, the algorithm really has something going on with you. Oh, and look at that glitch. I just refreshed the page and now it's subscribed. So that's a serious glitch right there that we just saw. That's interesting. I just noticed that. Anyway, hopefully everybody will enjoy the interactivity of this series. It makes it fun to be a part of, sets it apart, makes it unique. Motor City Scratchers, good to see you here. And then Scratch and PPA does a very considerate and thoughtful job of featuring another creator in their videos as well. So what happens on this channel then is you have 38 opportunities, 39 really now, to meet loyal, generous, and dedicated supporters even when he's not live streaming, or sorry, I say live streaming, even outside of the video. So as long as you're on this channel, you get a chance to meet so many of these creators. And then hopefully everybody, and then I'm just noticing something. Modest Moon Gazer is saying, do you have channel stickers If so, you want one, and you will send one. What do you mean by channel stickers, Modest Moon Gazer? I'm just curious. Yeah, Commander Vlogs, it was very weird. We've had a... Kristen Walton, who was in the chat earlier, is my girlfriend. We've been living together for well over 5 years now. So we've been it's getting on 6 years. Anyway, so we live together, right? And it's been at least twice that she's been unsubscribed, both from TuberChat and my personal channel. She is a paying member and a moderator. So if that's not a glitch, I don't know what is. It's crazy. Oh, JD Knight 7 has the same glitch with TuberChat. That's okay. Blue House Travels. No, I haven't put you on the wheel yet, but you certainly didn't miss. I'm going to look for some more names that we can add to the wheel right now. I'm actually overdoing that. And hopefully everybody will enjoy connecting to Scratch and PPA. So let's get Blue House Travels on here. Modest Moon Gazer is still in the pole position. Charlene Heel has come in. Forgive me, I didn't welcome you because I was in the middle of I don't know how many long speeches there. Forks and Chopsticks. Is here. JD Knight 7. You have 2 channels, Jeremy D-Day as well. Lenny the Lawyer Live. Thank you for being so patient and hanging out. I probably should have had Lenny the Lawyer Live on the wheel before now, but we've got you on there now. Motor City Scratchers just came in, but they're a longtime friend of TuberChat. And Simple Things, Outreach Media, and Southern Sandy has not been on yet. I will try to get to as many channels as I can today. Crafty, Crochet Corner. Thank you for coming in as well. I've got you on the wheel now. And Black Phoenix is still in the house. That's our featured channel for today. AS Does Games. I've got you on our wheel as well. So let me spin and we'll see who's coming up next. And we still got a little while to go. We got well over half an hour, so we should be able to get everybody's channels on the screen. I'm going to move a little bit faster just to make sure. But then we're going to go and watch a premiere from Michael's Adventures. He's one of the most supportive creators on all of YouTube. He's here as a dedicated moderator, and he's going to allow everybody to connect in his live chat the same way that we do here in TuberChat. So you'll meet more friends and family members over there. We'll all go and raid together when it's time, and I'll drop the link about 15 minutes before it's time to go. JD Knight 7 has 3,450 subscribers right now, already halfway on the road to 3,500. And then as well, he's got a second channel. So most recently, we've been seeing JD Knight 7 as Jeremy D-Day. Now, JD Knight 7 has actually been with TuberChat from the beginning. I believe I've been connected to them for about 2 years now, originally having met them from the Hoops Family Network. And I think it speaks volumes about the character of the creator behind the channel to know that they're so loyal and dedicated to still 2 years later, after 282 episodes of TuberChat, they're still here almost every single day. They support on all of my channels. Gazelle Eyes, good to see you in the house. Hotaflex Living, I didn't add you to the wheel yet, but I'll do it right now. It's pure variety on Jeremy D-Day, so hopefully everybody will enjoy connecting with them. And like I said, this is the second channel from JD Knight 7. We're going to look at Motor City Scratchers right now. One of the things that I mentioned about channels in the lottery ticket scratching genre is we find a lot of very generous and supportive creators. Motor City Scratchers definitely falls under that umbrella, and hopefully everybody will enjoy that kind of support coming to you when you connect with them. They've got 1,490 subscribers right now. They're going to have 1,500 any day. Hopefully everybody will enjoy connecting with them. They're fully monetized, so there's lots of ways to support them when we get to their channel, including super chats and memberships. You can see that they do a variety of both videos and live streams. I've got some catching up to do, but hopefully I'll catch you soon. Social Couplepreneur, good to see you back in the house. DP's Wonderful World, another fellow Canadian, is here. Good to see you. And I'm going to start moving, like I said, a little bit faster because we still got channels coming in. We've got just over a half an hour to go, and I want to try to make sure we get everybody's channel on the screen. The most important thing is as long as everybody is connecting with each other in the chat. Oh yeah, Commander Vlogs. You know, it's interesting because eventually we can get into all this stuff, but if you start getting into like those Philips Hue light bulbs and different things like that, and you know, the Google connected stuff and all this, you can set up your, let's say Superchats, for instance, so that if you had the Hue lights around you or any like smart home connected LED color changing lights, you could have it so that if somebody sends a super chat, the lights change to the color of the super chat and stuff like that. It's really crazy, some of the stuff. And then outgoing Azzy, you'll be able to know whether you're monetized. I can't tell unless you're you have a live stream up and have monetization on. Monetization comes after you get 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 hours of watch time within 365 days, but you have to sign up for AdSense and you have to turn it on. And then JD Knight 7 has a new Twitter as well. They're extremely generous in sharing frequently on Twitter also. Anybody who tweets or retweets for TuberChat gets added into our Twitter list, so that there's almost 100 members there now, people who are both in the TuberChat family and active on Twitter and willing to tweet for others. So they might be willing to do the same for you, particularly if you're willing to do that for them. Oh no, outgoing Azzy, Google is now running ads on all channels, whether they're monetized or not. So sometimes ads are just running even if you're not monetized. If anybody in the house would like to swap playlists with each other for the purpose of gaining watch hours, please just simply say, I am willing to swap playlists. Other creators should reach out to you, and if you see somebody say that and you're willing, please reach out to them. Everybody's free to make those arrangements independently and individually, of course. Cabarar Gaming is in the house. Word up to you too. And if anybody hasn't already given a thumbs up for today's live stream, I hope that you will. They really do help. I know if you're on a phone, you have to turn the chat off to do it, but you don't lose your place. It only takes a moment, and I will appreciate it greatly. And then Gazelle Eyes, it takes a little while to get on the wheel. I know you've been here before, but I'm just going to ask you not to do any self-promotion. After a little while, when the wheel gets down to about 5 or 6 names, I'll add some more names onto the wheel. If you're still here, we'll add you on. You hit 1K watch hours. Very cool. Cabarar Gaming, hopefully you can keep that going. I know that you will, and then you'll get moving. Yeah, so Commander Vlogs, it works with If This Then That, which is that internet service, ifttt.com. So there's videos on it about how to somewhat get that done, but for Commander Vlogs, you'll be able to figure that out in 2 seconds. Gazelle Eyes, so if you don't mind, just please read our video description. So what we do is head to a channel like this, like Bluehost Travels. You have to find a video over 3 minutes if you can, or take the longest video you can find. Watch that full video, leave a meaningful, genuine comment on that video, give a thumbs up, subscribe, turn the notification bell on over here, then come back into the chat and tell them that you've done that. You can say, I've been to your house, left you a gift, and then they will turn around and do the same thing for your channel. Forgive my quick explanation, but if you read our video description, it describes exactly how to do it. Thank you, DP's Wonderful World. Bluehost Travels has 25 subscribers right now. I'm hoping we can push this channel a little bit farther and get them rolling on that road to the first 100. One thing I like to do for any channels under 100 is leave a comment on the discussion tab here. That can give the algorithm an extra little boost to say, hey, I want to be subscribed to this channel. Mo is in the house. Mo is a member of our Twitter list for sure. They retweet for TuberChat regularly, which I appreciate. Commander Vlogs. Off this, then that. If this, then that. IFTTT. So what that stands for is if this happens, then that is what is next, right? If, then that. Stands for if somebody gives me a super chat, then make my lights shine in the color of that super chat, for instance, right? There's a million other things you can do, but that's an example of something that can happen. People can change the color of your lights if you have lights like that. There's a lot of other things. You could just do that with the screen. You can have it go to a service that's going to change the color of a transparent PNG that's going to put lights all over the screen if you wanted to, or change your background, or change the music, or something like that. And it's interesting to notice that people have that kind of like the interactivity is possible, because you can only imagine the different things that people have come up with that they can do. It's no different than, you know, when you give a super chat, a name comes up on the screen that says this person has subscribed, or this person has become a member, or, you know, things like that. Same thing. Simple Things Outreach Media has 1,540 subscribers. I'm hoping we can push them a little bit farther towards the 1,600 that they're thinking about. This is an extremely supportive channel. I've got to catch up myself. I see you've been posting some stuff frequently, almost every day now, but hopefully everybody will enjoy connecting with them. They're fully monetized. There's lots of ways to support them, including super chats and memberships when we get to that channel. So forgive me, I'm moving a little bit faster now because I want to try to make sure I want to get to everybody's channel if I can, or at least as many as I can before we go in half an hour. We're going to go and visit Michael's Adventures for a premiere. Everybody's going to be able to continue connecting the same way that we are here in Superchat. And I'll leave this live stream running so that everybody can clean up their connections here. Let me just see if I can catch this channel. AS Does Games. Are you still in the house? Because I don't know if that's the right channel. I don't think that that's the right one. It's not spelled the same way. Okay, I'll skip that channel for now. And if they're here, I'll be able to click on them because I use the Go To Channel extension. And then I'll get the channel for everybody and figure out how we can find it easier. Jen Hines is in the house. Oh, I didn't take them off the wheel. I'll take it off the wheel now. If they're still here, I'll put them right back up. Your girl Lala, good to see you in the house. Thank you for coming in. Forks and Chopsticks is coming up right now. So this is an extremely supportive creator. They're here with us in Superchat almost every single day, as a matter of fact. I got to catch up with you. You've got some, well, these are popular uploads. You can change your channel this way, but hopefully we'll get over to you. They've got the featured channels happening right there, and I'm honored to be a part of that. We've got them in our featured channels as well. And then pardon me while I'm just addressing something quickly. Anybody can reach out to me on Instagram. It's all one word, Superchat. I always love talking YouTube, but if there's something up even here while we're streaming in the chat, I try to be attentive of it so that I can catch it, and then we can make sure that everybody's on the same page. And looks like we're doing okay in the chat. So we got a lot of names on there, and Forks and Chopsticks, yes, thank you very much for hanging out. Modest Moongazer is still sitting at the top of the wheel. Let's spin. Forks and Chopsticks has 592 subscribers right now. They're going to have 600 any day. It could be possible between today and tomorrow. You might actually get 600. So hopefully you keep working. If anybody hasn't already connected to Forks and Chopsticks, they're extremely supportive creators. Not only are they here in Superchat, but I see them out supporting others as well. So let's spin the wheel. We've got Southern Sandy coming up right now. Southern Sandy's another extremely supportive creator. So this is somebody who often will come by the copyright-free music channel. For those of you who haven't seen it already, the same music that you hear in the background of Superchat is available as copyright-free music that you can use in your videos and live streams. And we have a virtual 24-hour live stream running over there where you can always have conversation with other creators. Ron Mower's in the house. Good to see you back again today. Southern Sandy, for right now, seems to have quite a lot of variety on their channel, but they've got a lot of interesting stuff, so hopefully everybody will enjoy connecting with them. We have had them as a featured channel, but I'm still getting to know this channel and its creator. And then Outgoing Azzy, I'm not sure what you mean about how do you get the description for every video and live stream. If you go on to any video, like let's go to Southern Sandy's latest video. I'll give the like right now. There's a button here called Open Description. Now this is not on every channel yet, and then the description comes up here where the chat would have been, and close description. So that's on some channels right now. YouTube is constantly rolling different features out to different creators. So I don't usually do this, but I'm going to just let that video run out and we will get another channel up on the screen. And this is an example of what Southern Sandy is bringing to us in the variety on their channel. So I'm going to let that video run out because I don't want to stop it now that it's going, but I'm just going to open another window here, and then I'll close that window after another minute. Let's get Makeup Mom and Son. I didn't spell it right on the wheel. That's okay. Makeup Mom and Son does a variety of videos and live streams. This is an extremely generous, loyal, and dedicated supporter. She's here as a member and a moderator. She actually happens to be a gold member. So as well as seeing this channel every day, because she's usually here with us in the chat, we also have the slides that run at the beginning, middle, and end of every live stream. Thank you, Scratch and PPA. I'm remembering because you said that. And forgive me, Makeup Mom and Son, I'll get back to the channel in a second. Faye Blatcher, good to see you in the house. AS Does Games is still here, but I've got to find them so I can click on them. There they are. Thank you. Yeah, I know sometimes it's tough because the chat moves fast and I talk so much that I don't catch a lot of things that happen in the chat. So forgive me for that. For some reason, it took me a second to get to your channel, but I've got it now. So you're going to be the next one that we look at. I'm going to get it ready, and then I'm going to go back to Makeup Mom and Son. So AS Does Games will be the next channel. If I miss something in the chat, like a question or a comment, just please mention it again with 3 thumbs up, or mention Superchat Connect and Grow. Hopefully that will help me catch it the next time around by being able to see it a little bit easier. Norfolk Dashcam, good to see you in the house. A longtime friend of Superchat, good to see you here. And Computer Chick Productions, a longtime veteran of YouTube, as a matter of fact, is in the house as well. Another channel that's always willing to help others. So Makeup Mom and Son has 860 subscribers right now. What I was saying is there's a mix of live streams and videos on this channel. She's doing an interview series right now, and we can see that she's getting close to having almost a month ahead set up here. She recently interviewed Sam Slav's Trains and More yesterday, Corinne and Mark the week before, but she does a lot of other impromptu live streams as well as hopping in on other people's live streams. So she's constantly putting content out, as well as some videos, particularly with tutorials and unboxings. So hopefully everybody will enjoy connecting with her. Lashera Crochet, good to see you in the house. Thank you for coming in. And then let's spin the wheel. We'll see who's coming up next. I'm going to look at AS Does Games right now. We're going to close these other 2 windows. AS Does Games, we've got to make sure that we spell this channel correctly. Usually I don't. Actually, you know what we'll do? Try searching AS Does Games BioShock, because that's a game that they're playing here. And because they've got these recent videos, maybe the algorithm will pick that up while you're searching for them. So we're looking at this channel for the first time. Let me just type this into the chat if I can get my chat to work. BioShock. So if you want to either copy and paste or copy what I've said there, we have to spell it properly because I didn't get to the channel right away when I first typed it. Thank you, Forks and Chopsticks. AS Does Games we're looking at for the first time. So I'm going to take just your latest video because I don't watch videos or subscribe while I live stream. What this will allow me to do is after the live stream today, I'll go through my watch later list. I'll watch your video in full. I'll leave you a meaningful, genuine comment related to the content of your video. I'll give you a thumbs up, subscribe, and turn your notification bell on. That should make our connections stick, and then hopefully you're subscribed to TuberChat as well, and you have our notification bell on so you don't miss our further live streams. We're always here Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and Monday, but the times change so that we can meet different creators from around the world in different time zones. Let's look at Bonnie Rose. And this is another creator that will allow you to connect in their live streams. You can see that they do frequent live streaming almost every single day and mix a few videos in there as well. 494 subscribers. I'm hoping we can get them over the 500 within the next day or two and get them halfway on the road to the magical 1K. Hopefully everybody will enjoy connecting with them. Bonnie Rose has been with us almost every day lately, so definitely a loyal and dedicated supporter. Hopefully everybody will enjoy connecting with them and enjoy the kind of support that comes back from them as a loyal and dedicated supporter. I'm just going to see what I can do about adding a couple more names to the wheel, and we're going to try to get as many channels on the screen as we can. I'm going to start moving really fast because we've got quite a few channels here, and we're going to go in about 20 minutes and watch a premiere for Michael's Adventures. Now what will happen is we're going to go and raid that, but everybody will be able to continue connecting the same way that we do here in that live chat as well. Okay, I've added a couple names. I'm just going to spin and I'm going to continue adding names in a moment. Cabaret Gaming will come up right now. I guess I'll wait it out for a minute. Cabaret Gaming is an extremely supportive creator. Now this is somebody who, when you get to their channel, you find a very energetic and engaging host that will be excited. Like, it involves everybody in the chat, which is really cool. So I always feel welcome. I'm always happy to get there. You can tell that Cabaret Gaming is very passionate when they're playing, and it comes through in their energy. So that's something that strikes me about this creator and this channel. Not to mention they're extremely supportive. They support, I believe, on all my channels. But what you'll find is even in the copyright-free music channel in our virtual 24-hour live stream, you'll find Cabaret Gaming over there regularly. Social Couplepreneur, we've got you on the wheel, and Norfolk Dashcam is on the wheel as well. I'll add some more names shortly. So hopefully everybody will enjoy connecting to Cabaret Gaming. There's a bit of variety here in the different games that they play, but of course, you know, I'm going to mention Grand Theft Auto whenever I see it. That's my game of choice. Let's spin the wheel. We'll get another channel up here and see what's happening. And in another 5 minutes or so, I'll drop the link for Michael's Adventures premiere, so everybody can get over there whenever they'd like to. But I'm going to leave this live stream running right up until that premiere begins so that everybody can keep connecting here. And then we'll go over there and raid together, and everybody can continue connecting, and there'll be a few more people in Michael's Adventures live chat as well. Modest Moongazer is really got some patience today because they're still hanging out and they're still holding the top position on the wheel for a long time today. How to Flex Living has 338 subscribers. I'm hoping we can push them a little bit farther towards the 400 that they're thinking about. Your girl Lala, let me get you onto the wheel. And then, yeah, I love Grand Theft Auto. I don't make nearly enough time to play. If I was ever to do a stream, it would be Grand Theft Auto. I'd love the idea of getting everybody together to be able to do, like, you know, a TuberChat family online battle royale on Grand Theft Auto of violence and chaos. But I don't know how we can get that done between everybody on PlayStations and Xboxes and PCs and stuff like that. So it's a consideration. We'll think about it. I think I'd love to do it. It's probably more suitable on my personal channel. Maybe one of these days we can get that done. And I've barely played, so everybody will constantly be destroying me, I'm sure. But it'll be fun for everybody to see. Yeah, I do the same thing, Modest Moongazer. I tend to do that. And then, yeah, thank you, everybody, for the thumbs up. I really do appreciate all this extra support. It's, you know, I don't put a lot of focus on the numbers, but when we do get close to 100, it's fun to watch. If anybody hasn't already given a thumbs up for today's live stream, I hope that you will. They really do help. I hope everybody will support each other by giving thumbs up whenever you're out supporting each other. I know if you're on a phone, you have to turn the chat off to do it, but you don't lose your place. It only takes a moment, and I will appreciate it greatly. What we're looking at right here is Social Couplepreneur. Look, this is funny. I should show you an old thumbnail that I have that I was going to use for the TuberChat thumbnails when I was thinking about what to do, and I did a thumbnail that's in a very similar style to this, where we have like small YouTuber support. So you can see that Social Couplepreneur will encourage everybody to connect in their live streams the same way that we do here in TuberChat. They want to get everybody together as well, but they are extremely supportive as creators. As you can see, they're a dynamic couple of creators, but they're out supporting others regularly. They have over 1,800 subscribers right now. They've got super chats and memberships available as they're monetized over there, but I noticed them out supporting other creators regularly as well. So hopefully everybody will enjoy that kind of support coming back to you when you connect with them as well. And Social Couplepreneur has actually been friends of TuberChat for quite some time. If anybody in the house is willing to swap playlists with each other for the purpose of gaining watch hours, please just simply say, I am willing to swap playlists. Other creators should reach out to you, and if you see somebody say that and you're willing, please reach out to them. Everybody's free to make those arrangements independently and individually, of course. Right now we're looking at another energetic creator. This is Charlene Heel. She came into the TuberChat family just a couple of months ago and was just right away blazing with energy and positivity. And she spreads that everywhere she goes as well. So she's always engaging the chat here, motivating everybody, and then saying positive things all the time, uplifting everyone. As you can see, she does that on her channel. But when she's out supporting others, I see her doing the same thing in other live chats as well. I'm just going to put a link in the chat here. I'm going to pin it. And that will help everybody get over to Michael's Adventures if you would like to. We're all going to go over there in just under 15 minutes and watch the premiere that they've got going on. And Crafty Crochet Corner is coming up right now. So this is a fairly new channel for TuberChat. I'm not sure if they're still in the chat with us, so we'll give it a quick look right now. Crafty Crochet Corner, YouTube wants to respell for us, so we want to make sure we catch the right channel. We know it because of the avatars at the emojis at the beginning and end of the channel name. Let me get over to the channel. Here's Crafty Crochet Corner right now. So we're looking at this channel for the first time. I'm going to connect with it anyway, whether they're here or not. What I typically do, I don't watch videos while I live stream, so I'm going to take this 11-minute video, add it into my watch later list. What that will allow me to do is after the live stream today, I'll go through my watch later list and watch your video in full. I'll leave you a meaningful, genuine comment related to the content of that video. I'll give a thumbs up, subscribe, and turn the notification bell on. That should make our connection stick, and then hopefully you're subscribed to TuberChat as well, and you have our notification bell on so you don't miss our further live streams. We're always here Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and Monday, but the times change so that we can meet different creators from around the world in different time zones. Modest Moon Gazer is finally coming up. There you go. She's held the pole position on the Wheel of Doom for well over an hour. Modest Moon Gazer is an extremely supportive creator, so she finally let me, well, she finally let me know. I finally saw her letting me know today that Modest Moon Gazer seems to have found TuberChat first, but she's also been extremely supportive in our copyright-free music channel. I'm loving these thumbnails, by the way. Hopefully everybody will enjoy connecting to this creator and enjoy the kind of support that comes back. As I said, they've been supporting on both here and frequently just about every day in the copyright-free music channel in our virtual 24-hour live stream over there, keeping the conversation going, and I appreciate that extra support. Little Frenchie in Big Texas, good to see you here. By the way, we don't have a sub count on Modest Moon Gazer, but that's okay. We just want to push them towards their next milestone. One of the things I like to do for any channel where I don't have a sub count, like Fanatic Guide has done here, is to leave a comment on the discussion tab, and that just gives an extra little boost to make sure YouTube knows, hey, I want to be subscribed to this channel. Life with Boo is here. That channel was featured this weekend. And yeah, we're doing great for the likes. Thank you, everybody. I don't know if we're quite going to hit 100 before we go today. We usually get it. When we're this high, we usually get it within a couple of days on a couple of replays. We don't get a ton of replays on Superchat, but we do get a few for anybody that missed it. You can always go back and dig through the chat and find some people that you missed, or, you know, have a look at the channels on the screen and stuff like that. So we might actually get it at some point. If anybody hasn't already given a thumbs up, I hope that you will. Modest Moon Gazer's just over 100 subscribers, so hopefully we'll push them a little bit farther on the road to 200. When I talk about the sub count, it doesn't really matter, because we just want to push each other towards the next milestone that we're looking for, right? And so the sub count is something that I never worry about if we don't see it, but it's interesting to know sometimes. Hopefully I'll remember that Modest Moon Gazer is just over 100 right now. Hopefully we'll get you to 200 soon enough. Norfolk Dashcam has 1,220 subscribers right now. I'm hoping we can push this channel a little bit farther. We're starting to see some real success on this channel. I noticed this a little while ago, because actually because some of you don't know this, but I run channels for other people as well. I've really cut that down. I'm really only running 3 other channels that are not my own right this second, and they all happen to be for the same person, but they're 3 different channels. Anyway, we have over the years watched a lot of dashcam videos. I don't know why, but we just enjoyed them and got into watching that stuff many years ago. And I was excited when Norfolk Dashcam came into the Superchat family, because now we have a channel that's got this content in the Superchat family, right? And it's been interesting to see when this channel was going to start to really take off, but we see this in some of their videos now. We're seeing this 5,000 views, 3,000 views, 1,000 views, which is very cool. So hopefully everybody will enjoy connecting with this creator. Now I got to do some catching up, because I haven't been watching a lot of YouTube the way I used to. I used to watch on a television a lot during the work seasons, or in the off seasons, but work makes it a little more difficult. So here we go. We've got 30,000, 15,000, 12, 8, 7, you know what I mean? So Norfolk Dashcam is really starting to move now, and like I said, over 1,200 subscribers. So that's great to see, because they're a longtime friend of Superchat. They're a generous, loyal, and dedicated supporter. Let's spin. We'll get Life with Boo up here. Jan Hines hasn't been on the wheel yet. We'll get them on. I'm going to move as fast as I can to get as many channels on the screen as possible. Life with Boo was previously featured, actually, and we had a really good look at this channel. But what you'll find here is a lot of variety, but particularly some how-to videos. And this is really cool, because there's some things that, like, I don't remember ever talking about, fonts, for instance. But this is a very resourceful idea, because when we're doing graphics, we all have to worry about thumbnails and social media images and stuff like that. That can be really helpful, and she's got other stuff that she's showing us how to do as well, which is very cool. How to make a YouTube watermark and many other things, as well as other how-to videos, which is cool. So hopefully everybody will enjoy that, and Life with Boo is definitely a loyal and dedicated supporter, so hopefully everybody will enjoy connecting with them. Again, we don't have a sub count here, but that's okay. We just want to push her towards the next milestone she's looking for. We all know what it's like to hit different milestones of different types, whether we're working on our first 5 subscribers, or 10, or 50, or 100, or even more. Now we're going to look at Lenny the Lawyer live, who's been engaging the chat today, for which I really appreciate. They've been with us a few times before. Lenny the Lawyer Live definitely has much to be learned from, as well as entertained and inspired by, on their channel. Hopefully everybody will enjoy connecting with them. We've got them at 48 subscribers right now. I'm hoping we can push them a little bit farther. We'd love to get them to the 50 and get them halfway on the road to 100. And drumstick ice cream. Yeah, I like those, Outgoing Azzy. I like those drumstick ice creams. I never know what kind of products everybody has, because I happen to be in Canada. and we only have a fraction of what's available in the United States, for instance. And then when we start talking about other countries, things get really different. So one of the things everybody can do, if you want, when you connect with Lenny the Lawyer Live, is head over to the discussion tab and give them a comment over here. I like to do that for any channel under 100, because we know that the algorithm is hardest on them for the climb to the first 100. So I like to just go that extra little step to try to push the algorithm to say, hey, I want to be subscribed to this creator. Let's look at Computer Chick Productions. This is a longtime veteran of YouTube, somebody with a wealth of information that's willing to help others regularly. They engage our chat whenever they're here, which is frequently. Over 1,000 subscribers right now. They're actually getting closer to 1,100. I'm hoping we can push them a little bit farther today and get them a little bit closer to that milestone, and you'll find a bit of variety on this channel. I've got to catch up. I haven't seen much lately, but I'll try to get over here and watch something soon, and we see a lot of variety, as a matter of fact. So hopefully everybody will enjoy that when you get there, and of course the support that's coming back from Computer Chick Productions when you connect with them. I didn't drop our link a second time yet, but I'll do it right now for the raid we're going to go and do for Michael's Adventures. And everybody will be able to continue connecting in this live stream or this live chat the same way that we are here in Superchat. You'll likely find some more friends and family members over there with Michael's Adventures as well. We've been over there many times for premieres, and hopefully everybody will enjoy that. 749 subscribers for your girl Lala. And this is an extremely supportive creator as well, somebody who's here in Superchat regularly. I see a girl Lala out supporting all the time when I'm bouncing in between premieres, live streams, and commenting on videos. So hopefully you will get that kind of support coming back to you as well once you connect with your girl Lala. They're out supporting regularly, and we see a lot of delicious looking content on this channel with some how-to videos as well, talking about the behind the scenes look at some of the food that they're bringing us also. So hopefully everybody will enjoy that. Forgive me while I'm really blazing through channels now. We're going to go in another 5 minutes to Michael's Adventures for a premiere, and like I said, everybody will be able to continue connecting in that live stream. So I'm going to look through the chat now and see who we haven't got on the wheel. If there's anybody watching or listening that hasn't been on the screen or the wheel yet, just say anything at all in the chat, and I'll be happy to get you on there. Faye Blatcher, I just happened to spell that incorrectly. I don't know if they're still here with us. We'll have a look at this channel. We're looking at it for the second time. They were here with us, I think, just yesterday for the first time, as a matter of fact, with 2,300 subscribers. I'm hoping we can push them a little bit farther towards the 2,400 that they'll soon be thinking about. And then we did have a couple of interesting talks during today's live stream. We talked about, oh, now I'm losing my train of thought on what we talked about. We were looking at how to do a couple of things. I showed you how to dial up the subscriber count. I'm actually going to dial that back now. Not that it matters for today. I'll show you how to change this one setting. On the live stream. This makes the new feature that I've added here when we talk about subscribers only mode. And thank you, Diary of Amabel, for coming in. I've got you on the wheel right away, of course, because they happen to be a member. I'm going to get back to the live stream that I changed the time on right now, the one we're on. And I set the dial back a little bit. I call it a dial. It's not. It's just a setting, but I just say that, right? You can change the settings here. So you see this new subscribers only mode. This is not recommended. I do not recommend this for 99% of live streams. I do it on Superchat for a very specific reason, because here in Superchat, I'm sure everybody will agree, we want people to watch for a few minutes first to see if they like what we're doing and are willing to do things the way we're talking about before coming into the chat, because you don't want to connect with people who don't want to connect the same way. So this is a great feature for Superchat. It can help with trolling and stuff like that. If you're getting badly attacked by trolls for a couple of weeks, you could dial these up, and then, you know, it causes a problem, because when somebody wants to make fake accounts to come in and hammer you with thumbs down and comment and say nasty things and all that stuff, it gives them a time limit, and they don't have the patience, right? Trolls are out on a mission. They'll just go somewhere else. We don't want to send them to anybody else, but we don't want them interfering with our streams either, right? So it can have a couple of benefits, but I don't recommend it for most channels. But you'll see I've knocked mine back to 5 minutes now. I dialed it up to 10 minutes earlier because we had a few channels all coming in at the same time, and I felt it was a little quick. We just want to make sure everybody is very much about the idea of supporting others before connecting here in the chat. We got to make sure we're all in the same, similar, it doesn't have to be the same, just similar mindsets of doing more for others than we expect for ourselves. I promise you, you hear it in the stories I tell about these channels and creators, how much that benefits, and I believe in it wholeheartedly. Many other creators here do. But we just want to make sure that nobody ends up wasting their time coming into Superchat if they don't like it first. So I love that feature for that reason. Jen Hines is here, and is here almost every single day. Hopefully everybody will enjoy connecting with them. Charlene Heal is reaching out to swap playlists. If anybody in the house is willing to swap playlists with each other for the purpose of gaining watch hours, please just simply say, I am willing to swap playlists. Other creators should reach out to you. If you see somebody say that and you're willing, please reach out to them. Everybody's free to make those arrangements independently and individually, of course. I see that Sergeant Life has come in. That's a longtime friend of Superchat as well. I'm just going to spin. We'll get another channel up on the screen. Little Frenchie and Big Texas is going to come up. This is another creator who both does some live streaming. I've been lucky to catch them a little bit here and there, but as well, they're out supporting other creators as well, which is really cool. When you're in a Little Frenchie and Big Texas live stream, you find a welcoming community of creators there as well, which is really cool. I'm always happy to see that. Little Frenchie and Big Texas has been a longtime friend and supporter of Superchat. They're a generous, loyal, and dedicated supporter, so hopefully you'll enjoy that support coming back to you as well. They've obviously got pure variety on this channel, and 1,540 subscribers, so I'm hoping we can push them a little bit farther towards the 1,600 that they're thinking about. If anybody hasn't already given a thumbs up for today's live stream, I hope that you will, and I hope that you will remember to give both a thumbs up on the way out here, but especially to give Michael's Adventures a thumbs up on the way in. I just dropped the link again. I'm going to drop it one more time. Thank you, you girl Lala, for your extra support becoming a member. I really do appreciate that. What that means is from now on, when I see you in the chat, I'm going to add you onto the wheel right away, as I do for all members. But I appreciate your extra support. Of course, we looked at that channel, and that actually makes you our stream boss for today as well. So you'll get a little bit of extra exposure there. You can see the video game life meter that's just changed under my camera, and your girl Lala will be our stream boss for a little while. That will bleed right into tomorrow's live stream. We're going to look at our last couple of channels now. Make a very quick last call. If anybody hasn't been on the screen yet, this is Sergeant Life, 295 subscribers. I'm hoping we can push them a little bit farther towards the 300 that they're thinking about right now. And we're just about ready to head over to Michael's Adventures. We've got just enough time to get Emotion on here. This is a dear friend, a generous, loyal, and dedicated supporter. Emotion happens to be a gold member, so their link is dropped by Nightbot every 30 minutes or so as well. I'm going to spin just for fun. We'll get Diary of Emma Bell on there, and then Emotion will be the last channel that we look at, and we'll head over to Michael's Adventures. I just dropped the link again, and I will drop it one more time. His premiere has already started the countdown, and the video will be beginning in about 2 minutes. Here's Diary of Emma Bell right now. This is a fairly new connection for Superchat. They've only been with us for about a month or so, but are already a generous, loyal, and dedicated supporter. They happen to be a member, so I put them on the wheel right away. and hopefully everybody will enjoy connecting with them. We'd love to get them up and over the 200 subscribers that they're thinking about right now. I'm just spinning for fun again. We're going to see a channel or two from our talented singer and songwriter dear friend Emotion. We actually visited them Friday night for Funky Friday with Emotion, where we got a live stream of a compilation of original works from Emotion. When I look for this channel, I've got to type in New Soul R&B in the search because Emotion's such a popular word. And then we find this official music channel from this talented singer and songwriter. They've got memberships available and super chats because they're fully monetized. 1,630 subscribers right now. I'm hoping we can push them a little bit farther here. We see their original works here and a small amount of variety in compilations and live streams as well. And then on Writing with Emotion New Soul, which is their second channel, we get a behind the scenes look at the writing process that Emotion uses in their original works, which is really cool. Hopefully everybody will support them on both channels. Forgive my quick exit, everyone. I really do appreciate every moment everybody spends here in Superchat, but I'm going to drop one more link here for Michael's Adventures. We're going to go over there and raid right now, and everybody can continue connecting over there the same way that we are here, and we'll be back again. Hopefully we'll see you again as early as tomorrow. Thanks everyone. Bye-bye.